All right, welcome back to Speed Gaming. I'm August 40th, joined by Alucard. We're going to be starting off in just a few seconds. We got What the Hell's Happened versus Namaha. Hope everybody's excited. How you doing, Alucard?
Doing awesome. Just excited to be here. We just wrapped up the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament and what a finish that was, and now we have two legends of the Ocarina of Time randomizer community here with What the Hell's Happened and Namaha. They fought hard to get here.
Yep, absolutely. Two top runners. I know you were in the racing yourself. I don't believe you fought or raced either of these guys.
No. I didn't get the chance. Spike just took me down, as you heard just earlier.
Yep.
But it had some fun races for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So take notes. These are awesome racers, and everybody at home, you can learn a lot from these guys.
Yeah, we have a really great randomizer community. So there's races happening all the time. Just jump in and have fun. That's kind of how I started. I didn't start very long ago, and here I am. So jump in and have a good time with it.
Absolutely. Now we're going to be playing under the accessible rule set. It's kind of designed so anyone who's more or less familiar with Ocarina of Time can jump into a randomizer race and have a good time. You're not expected to do any glitches or anything like that. Not knowing any glitches or anything like that, you can complete a seed. But these runners, they know a couple glitches. Some of them they're allowed to use, others they're not.
Exactly. And one of the kind of important things about this particular rule set, I'd say, are the priority on songs and hints. Those are the things that these runners are going to be really looking for, which will kind of guide them to where they need to go to complete the run.
Yeah, and it looks like we are about to start. The runners are waiting for their countdown, and as you see on the table, they are competing for these trophies. One of them slightly bigger than the other. And there's also, I believe, a $3,000 prize pool that will be divvied up amongst the tournament racers, yourself included.
Yeah, but here we go.
Yep, we are off.
All right, so kind of typical start. Going to be seeing the Kokiri Forest checks. We've got 4 checks in Mido's house and 1 at the Kokiri Sword, if they so choose to check it right now.
Yep, it is slightly if you're going to do both of these right away, it's slightly faster to do the Kokiri Sword chest. But I have heard a bit of debate going on that it's more efficient routing to do the Kokiri Sword chest on your way back into the Deku Tree, if you're doing the standard 3-song route. Let's see if What the Hell is going to leave the forest. Nope, he is headed up to that Kokiri Sword chest. Oh, wait, no, I got the runners backwards.
Yeah, but Namaha did pick up our first magic upgrade, very early magic in Mido's house, so that is a strong start. We got to find some magical items to use with it, but it's just nice to have in your pocket.
Yep,
so
and I missed what kind of stick is here in this
I think it was just
chest.
one.
Just
stick.
one?
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. Saves them, 10 rupees right off the bat if they are going to be farming. And free nuts. So that kind of might imply to some runners that early Deku is the way to go.
Definitely, and we got a little bit of money too, so we can purchase the shield, which is kind of the important piece before going into the Deku Tree.
Yep, the Deku shield does not count in regards to Team Never Buy a Shield.
We're already seeing some deviation here. We see Namaha heading to grab the Fairy Ocarina, very important item that is in that vanilla location. And What the Hell's Happened here is going to go grab our first hint. It looks like there's a Deku nut capacity upgrade on the Bigoron, so I'm not really going to have to worry about that.
Absolutely, yeah. Hints very valuable, and with the changes of 5.0, there's a whole heck of a lot more in the pool. Every non-unique grotto has a hint stone. Of course, every hint is duplicated somewhere in Hyrule twice, but with the addition of the extra hints, there's quite a bit of information, so those hint stones can really pay off early.
And we're continuing to see some deviation here between the players. Namaha heading to the open grotto in Hyrule Field, while What the Hell's Happened is heading over to Castletown, where you kind of start the whole Malin Weird Egg chain to start getting your songs going. So certainly some good routes here. There's a lot to do in Gerudo Valley and Hylia as well in this kind of open grotto route.
And Kakariko Village, Way of the Hero.
Surprise.
Yep.
A lot of items there.
9 times out of 10, you're going to find something valuable there.
And if you're new to the Ocarina of Time randomizer, what Way of the Hero means is that there is a logically required item in that location. So in this case, Kakariko Village, we may see some more Way of the Hero hints pop up over the course of the race, but that's, kind of guiding the runners to get to those places a little quicker.
Yep, absolutely. Now, there are a few caveats. If, there's a couple multiple items, such as bomb bags, bows. If there is another one of those available somewhere, that can't be the item that's pointing in the Way of the Hero hints. A few other scenarios, like with the wallet, for example, you can purchase tunics. So little things like that you have to keep in mind if you really want to piece together the seed with those Way of the Hero hints.
Absolutely.
Namaha is continuing a pretty standard route, doing the open grotto into the valley. He's going to swim down into Lake Hylia. Now, there's 3 hint stones over there, and I believe in his previous races he's gone the perimeter of the lake and picked those up. Again, the hints being very valuable with these flags.
Just a blue rupee there at the crate and at Gerudo Valley, and just a piece of heart at the child shooting game. Looks like we got Goron City Way of the Hero, Forest Song is Epona, Ocarina of Time as Song of Time. All
right. And I missed that first hint. That was a Baron something or other.
I think it was the trail, Death Mountain Trail.
I gotcha. Is something valuable here in the waterfall that Namaha's going for. And nice lands on the ladder, saving a handful of seconds. But what the hell? At 4 minutes, 35 seconds is pulling that Master Sword. Ooh, bomb chews in the waterfall here in the river. Now, bomb chews are an explosive item that is not in logic. And that's our second Kack Way of the Hero hint, by the way. If we see a third one, there's 2 good items in Kakariko.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, this early adult play could be to, kind of get an idea of what we need to complete, because we're seeing all of the medallion requirements here in the Temple of Time.
Yeah, give our tracker a minute to catch up. But as I was mentioning, those bomb chews that Namaha found, they're not in logic ever, but depending on how many he gets, he might not ever be wanting that bomb bag, and that was a hint for 40.
Nehru's love, not something we're too excited about, although we have the magic to use it.
Yep. It might be advantageous to your first couple seeds, but the time requirements to cast it, generally you're not going to see it in these high-caliber racers.
Definitely.
What the hell now? Headed into Kack. He's going to play that Way of the Hero. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I missed that hint.
I did as well, but we did have... since we have Way of the Hero, Kakariko, maybe he's just trying to push the songs and trying to see if those songs really are what's there. It's kind of interesting when a song is in a Way of the Hero location, because is it the song, is it the item? It's hard to tell sometimes.
Absolutely. You get something like ZL or Song of Storms, you're scratching your head if you also find the light arrows there.
Looks like 30 Skulls is dead here off of that hint.
All right, 30 and 40. That's not the order you want to find them in. Ideally, you find 50, 40, 30, and hook shot from Rufio, paying out Lost Boy.
Fantastic early find, might encourage some additional adult checks.
It's a second Ocarina of Time hint, so not going to be missing that one. And a free Deku Shield. Very nice.
Cool. Saves the cash.
Yeah, we've gotten a free stick, nut, and Deku Shield. That's telling me that the Deku tree is loaded. We're going to get back there, and we're just going to find all our items.
Well, I believe it is a medallion, so that will likely be an early check for these guys.
What is that? There is
a bow?
Is that a bow? It might be a bow.
Looks like a bow. Could be an ice trap, but
yep, exactly. And swag strats, hook shotting up, and it is a real bow. Very nice find early on.
Really great use of the hook shot he just found, so that's really heads up.
Just a piece of heart from Child Fishing, and Song of Storms, Vanilla in the Windmill.
So where does Song of Storms tend to lead us?
Let
me see it.
Bottom of the well, unfortunately, and other than that, just 2 other grotto checks, and Frogs in the Rain. I tend to forget about that one.
it's a little out of the way, and right now we don't have any logical access to get there. We did find some bomb chews, so maybe we can break in. But
Namaha setting his Scarecrow song.
yep, in this accessible rule set, you do have to get your Scarecrow song activated as child, and then go back as adult. Oof.
Hello, that's our bomb bag, and that's our access into Zor's River.
Talk about Way of the Hero Kakariko, right?
Among other things. Very nice find.
Definitely, and that's going to lead us towards potentially a full Dodongo's Cavern clear shortly.
So very crisp movement so far. Haven't seen any bonks. Haven't seen anybody fall off the bridge. That's always good.
That's what you expect from these Grand Finals players, for sure. Going to be checking out the Shield Grave here.
There's a bonk. Sorry. His commentator's curse striking 8 minutes in.
These guys are just flying so fast.
Absolutely, yep.
Going to be able to kind of cheat and look at this item. Looks like a piece of heart there.
Yeah, a piece of heart or a bloopy. I just saw the bottom part of it. And Dampe Race 1. What the hell has happened is known to be skipping this. Might be a weekly strategy when there's more racers. Of course, also the secret is out that sometimes he skips it, so maybe he's trying to metagame his opponent, Namaha.
There is definitely a metagame amongst the community, very well, close-knit community, and very welcoming. Like I hadn't interacted too much in person with any of the ZOOTTR guys. And
yep. This has been a great opportunity. We have to thank SpeedGaming for putting on this event. Tons of fun. But that was can confirm Death Mountain Trail is barren of treasure for this seed. That was the first hint stone outside the Temple of Time.
All right. Namaha's just getting to those market checks. See where he ends up from here. And let's see what our boy Dampe gives us.
Dampe Race 1, no problem. The second one, you have to complete under a minute, and that's a silver scale. So that's more items to get into the river, Zor's domain area. And it might let what the hell's happened route very efficiently as he's going down the lake. He could go into Zor's domain, or he could choose to go up the river, or come from the Lost Woods. Let's see how that scale affects his routing.
Yeah, and we were talking about that frogs in the rain check. It's going to be kind of part of that loop if he so chooses.
I imagine that would be very efficient routing. Speaking of efficiency, Namaha sticking out child, returning Richard the dog.
Yeah, I think he's set up for all the timing to kind of work out with that visit to Hylia, so it's going to be Richard probably into, grabbing the song at the castle and then jumping over to Lon Lon, kind of following that chain.
And I am noticing the tracker has caught up as what the hell has happened. Picks up a free Hylian shield. Team never buy a shield. Get your pogs in chat.
Love when that happens, though. Getting those crouch stabs in is always efficient.
But yeah, again, the tracker has indicated Deku Tree, Jabu, Forest, Fire, Spirit, and Shadow required today. Stone Dungeons being Water and Dodongo's Cavern. How do you feel about those two dungeons being stone?
Well, considering we already know where that hook shot is, that's kind of nice that we've already found that one hook shot. And maybe we don't have to worry about water at all. I mean, but at the same time, it's a scary stone dungeon to have. Interestingly, Dodongo, having that early bomb bag, I kind of expect these guys to go there anyways, just because it's so dense and pretty quick to clear.
Yep. And Namaha pulling that 20 pack of chews. It will be interesting. 20 is plenty for runners of this caliber, so it's going to be interesting to see if he opens, or if he stays child a bit longer and uses those bomb chews. But what the hell, using that bow, that bomb bag that he's gotten in here? Didn't see what was guarding that wallet that Namaha just saw there.
These guys are moving so fast.
Blink and you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an ice trap.
Well, you can see the ice trap, that's for sure.
Yeah, got to mash out of that one.
Well, we'll likely see WTHH hit that up on his castle check. So.
Yep. And Namaha going for the single box strategy. Kind of push this crate so it's hanging over the edge and then do a well-timed jump slash to get over there just a handful of seconds quicker. There you go, just like that.
What the hell, just trying to be efficient with the Skulltula routing here. Very, very good to just get those in while you can.
Yep,
You never know.
Yeah, you're most likely going to see these runners collect 20. And there is a sometimes hint for 20 skulls, not guaranteed like 30, 40, and 50. But Namaha there in the castle picking up, was that Bolero Fire?
That was Bolero Fire, so that's an interesting one because it does immediately lead to another song check. And as we mentioned earlier, you know, these guys are probably going to try to push their songs pretty quickly.
Yes, sir.
We got another hint. Outside Ganon's castle is foolish. So
Oh, so that's just...
a leaf, right?
Well, it's
but it's only one
hint.
check.
Yeah, you always hate to see that one, the Haunted Wasteland. If you have both of them, that's just no help from hints, basically.
I mean, at least those time-consuming checks are out of the way, but yeah, I agree.
It's true. Scene, the Re-Dead Grotto, the bow minigame. Not a whole lot left in Kakariko. We have, of course, chickens, 10 and 20 skulls, and the Burning Cat cutscene. But most likely, I mean, we got plenty of stuff there. We got Song of Storms, Bomb Bag, and the bow.
Yeah.
Definitely know the bow's required.
But you're right. That doesn't stop anything else from being there, so we got to be on the lookout.
Yep.
Recovery yard there.
Talon not paying off. It's not a very... Oh, and...
Playing part 2?
Yeah. He's just gonna walk out. Throw some money to the farmer.
Yeah.
Support your local farmers, everyone. And second bow here in Dodongo's Cavern.
Wow.
So the bow in Kakariko, I don't believe is going to be the way of the hero item.
I mean, that hook shot kind of feels like it should be, but I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see if we find another one somewhere. Prelude, nice early song for these runners here at Lon Lon Ranch.
Yes, sir. That might play into routing. Very efficient as child to get back to the Temple of Time. And you can see it allows a runner to end their route, or their child segment route, in a different place as opposed to maybe routing it in, ending at the market. Just play Prelude. Unlike Adult, you just save warp and you're right back at the temple.
Honestly, like, both of these runners might be feeling pretty good about their choices because, you know, what the hell's happened did get all those great items in Kakariko, but Namaha's getting the kind of maybe cool songs right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Storms is good, but you know Namaha's gonna run into that once he goes at him.
Absolutely. Seeing something in the back of the silo that's worth peeking at. And oh, that's a second scale, maybe. Freestanding items have the potential to be an ice trap, but that one is real.
Real scale. So that's 2 scales already. Which
2 real scales.
I mean, we have Bomb Bag in Logic, so we do have that Tektite Grotto, and we do have Diving in the Lab as available options here. Obviously, 1 scale being nice to kind of get to Zora Domain or get the underwater bottle and stuff like that.
Yep. Now, Namaha's seen that bottle. I didn't take note of what that was. Of course, I know chat is very helpful for situations like this, but unfortunately, we cannot see what you're chatting about. But we appreciate all the help that you're providing the other viewers.
And it's always fun to, you know, as a chatter, to just be speculating routing and, you know, figure all this out.
This weekend, I did learn that that's how What the Hell's Happened got his username. He was watching Twitch for a while and decided, you know, I want to participate in chat today. Had to create a username and say, what the hell's happened? And he can't get away from it. But Namaha now back in the forest, gonna do Deku Tree.
Crater Melody is Zelda's Lullaby, and we did get that early Bolero, so that is pretty nice information.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Zelda's Lullaby loves hanging out in Death Mountain Crater. I've seen it there more than anywhere else and more than any other song consistently.
But what the hell's happened actually has, there's another outside GC foolish, it does have the option to go straight through Goron City and kind of open up that check with a hook shot anyways, so we might see that from him.
Yeah, I imagine he will be doing all that stuff with the bomb bag and the hook shot. Going through Goron City, the crater, Lost Woods. He's going to have a long adult one. Let's see if Namaha matches that with a lengthy child one. That's gonna set him back just a few seconds. Not as costly as the mistake that we saw Gavaroni do the other day, where he jumped from the tippy top and unfortunately did not break the web. But that was a very hype race. If you haven't seen that, go back after this race and watch the VOD. Very exciting race.
I think that might actually be airing after this.
So
we'll see. Yeah.
But there is the Dongo, King the Dongo, down for what the hell's happened. Oh, and the, wouldn't you know, strength upgrade, just a nice trap.
Sometimes you gotta still try, right?
Yep, and that actually just reminded me that Dylan Meeble versus Gavaroni race. King Dodongo dropped some light arrows, but they had found light arrows in Mito's house. And both of them, there we go, there's our real strength upgrade.
That's a great find.
Yep, so that was a moment from that race.
And interestingly, you know, sitting here with 20 bomb chews and a strength upgrade probably also leads you to want to go to Dodongo's Cavern. So
yep, very true.
Yeah, we'll see how Namaha reacts after this Deku.
Probably won't see him do it as a child.
Right. Much faster clear as adult.
Takes a real big brain play to route it in as a child. What the hell is going straight into the boulder maze?
Alright, what do we have here?
$5.
Bomb bag on 50 skulls. Okay, well, not worried about that. And another strength upgrade.
Free strength, so that's good to know. Spirit is required, so we're gonna need 2 strength upgrades to complete that one.
This early adult has been extremely profitable for what the hell's happened.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thrown it in the face of all those metagamers who say that the Child 3 song route is the best route. Runia's dance, just a piece of heart.
Right, nice not to worry about that.
That's one of the 3 checks that Saria's songs block. Runia, Skull Kid, and the Pesky Frogs 2 minigame. But nothing really yet in Deku Tree, right? 2 checks
we got the glove or the strength. Yeah.
Okay. So strength and Deku, that's a good find. $20 from Link the Goron. $5 in the basement.
Going for that B1 skip now. And as we predicted, what the hell's happened? Just beeline it for that greater song. And probably gonna just kind of clean up the rest of the checks here. You know, with Zelda's Lullaby could go up to the trail. I'm not sure. I guess they got that hit. Yeah, that was at the temple time, so probably won't see any of that. Yep. But you'll see the grotto and the wall. Yeah.
The only reason you might clear out a barren location is if you're really wanting for some bomb chews out of logic.
But this, you kind of have to use a bomb to get into anyway. So.
Yep. I'm hot. Going with the broken stick strats.
What's happening? Going back into Goron City. I guess resetting the timer there, just trying to get some health.
Oh, Namaha missing the 1 cycle.
Gotta be really careful with stick count too. Trying to get away from Goma.
Yeah, doesn't want to mistakenly target her. There. Yeah, nice recovery.
Just a piece of heart on the volcano there.
Yep, I saw that as well.
There are a good number of hints in this area. So, like, we might see the trail just for the hint out there, and we could even see the Storm's Grotto too. Actually, there's that 50 skull hint again.
Yep, that is a good point. Just because there's nothing in the grotto, that hint could be some valuable information.
We have one up by Big Oron there too.
But there is our first medallion for Namaha, taking an early lead. Looks like the Dongo's Cavern, just the Zor Sapphire, so that leaves the Water Temple holding our Kokiri Emerald. That was a Skull Mask hint. That's a nice addition to 5.0.
That's a relief, honestly. It's always nice to see that come to play.
Brute, was it one of your races where there was a bomb bag on Skull Mask?
I had a boomerang on mine.
Boomerang, that's what it was.
But yeah, it looks like we're going to be checking this hint here. Gerudo Valley Hammer Rocks with a Deku Capacity stick upgrade. So that might be worth picking up if they do run into the hammer and they're going by, but probably not a priority.
Yeah, so Gerudo Valley basically barren of treasure.
So not electing to go for that Storm's Grotto.
Nope. That's a play that I might make as well. You know, it's like, oh, Death Mountain Trail's barren. I don't need that.
But we're actually going to see our runners kind of convene, of course, 7 years apart in the Lost Woods here.
And we're going to get all this taken care of, other than the Slingshot minigame and Skull Kid.
It's Sacred Forest Meadow, Way of the Hero, probably one of the songs that's there, but you never know. There's always that grotto out there.
Yep, so we know Epona's song is out there. What the Hell's Happened is going to pick that one up. And jumping out into the forest to get this grotto here.
Good heads-up play. Just utilizing the songs he's got, right?
Frogs, there we go.
Zone of Agony. Yeah, it would be pretty agonizing to get that.
Okay. Slingshot, that's a nice find. So that will, What the Hell's Happening, be able to full clear the Lost Woods on his pass through, minus the Skull Kid check.
But he's going to have to return here, obviously, as a child.
Yep.
We are seeing a Mido skip from What the Hell's Happened. Again, with that Sacred Forest Meadow, Way of the Hero being in play, it kind of just makes sense. You want to try to get that hit as quickly as possible.
Namaha showing off a new check. You don't need the bomb bag anymore to blow up that big rolling Goron in 5.0. For the longest time, you needed the bomb bag to get that guy. Oh, Namaha accidentally rolling back into the grotto.
Now we'll see this Sacred Forest Meadow grotto, so we'll kind of get an idea of if it's a song or not, but obviously there are two songs, so it could be one or both of those things. Or maybe we'll see an item here too.
Another bomb bag.
Okay. The final bomb bag is on 50 skulls, so
Won't be seeing that one.
yeah, not happening.
Yep, thank you, game.
Thanks for telling us what we're about to get. Epona song.
Forest Temple, barren of treasure. So we might see that as their go mode temple. That's always a nice one.
But it is a green medallion, which does, in vanilla, interestingly enough, and does lead us to another song and potentially another one later down the line. So it might be worth, clearing just because he's here. And it's actually clearable.
Yep. One final hint stone. There's that wallet.
I think I said Fire Temple.
I think that would be the Flare Dancer's chest.
I think yeah, hammer chest basically, yeah.
Yeah, the hint, of course,
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
point you to the most difficult flare dancer to reach. What the hell? Not afraid of that Baron hint.
Yeah, I think that green medallion is just too enticing. You know, you got to do it anyways,
Yep.
and he
He's
has
here.
everything he needs to complete it. We don't know where Minuet is right now. Oh, just kidding. We just found it there on Namaha's side.
So that means that this Force Temple play is in logic. You need either Minuet or Saria to get in here logically. But we know what the hell's not going to come out of here with anything other than 5 extra skulls. That's something to keep in mind. You're not going to find anything, but it's good skull density.
Yeah, certainly a good opportunity. I mean, this is honestly just paid off really well for him to just be able to stick it out adult and just kind of knock all this out. Because when he does transition back to child, he is going to get that Temple of Time song.
Yeah, on the other side, Namaha not finding a whole heck of a lot. The scale, strength, and bomb choose, especially 20-pack, is quite nice. And those songs, of course, are going to help him out later.
Yeah, I'd say the power is in the songs for sure.
Yeah, but
in his case.
In terms of items, there really hasn't been much as a child. Zora's River, Way of the Hero.
Okay.
So that's Cac, Zora's River, and Sacred Forest Meadow so far.
This might encourage him to make the play over to Zora's River right now, in fact, since we do have that scale, we can get there through the Lost Woods pretty quickly.
Yep, I think I can imagine him doing that. He's jumped into Goron City already, and as I mentioned earlier with Prelude, that's a real quick warp out of there. So Namaha definitely the one to be paying attention to, as we know, Forest Temple, Baron of Treasure.
Yeah, I mean, we can still find kind of some convenience items like double defense or
Big
Goron or
Goron,
something. Yeah.
yep.
Even Kokiri Sword may not be that bad. I mean, when we know one of the stick capacities is kind of inaccessible right now. So.
For sure. And it does look like Namaha is headed towards Zora's River, but a different way than we were speculating.
Yeah, I mean, I think this way allows him to buy the beans and kind of get the chicken and kind of go in a way that makes a little more sense. So
Yeah, it's more efficient.
As child, yeah. Alright, so far, Key Temple and over in Forest, which is always what you want to see. I mean, then you can maybe skip some chests. There's Baron.
Yeah, as soon as we find 5 keys in the boss key, no more chests.
Already seeing Namaha start using some of those bomb tubes to kill the Skulltulas too, so maybe a little worried about that piece, but we know he'll find that bomb bag once he goes out.
Yeah, that chicken jumped over the gate. Namaha threw it on the gate. Very nice jump slash to get across.
Yeah.
Hopefully the chicken, where's it going? Did it run into the water? No, look at that. Is that a scale up top?
I think that was a rupee. Because we already have two scales.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm thinking it's an ice trap.
Oh, you think so? And gonna actually orphan this check, the Frogs in the Rain, because hasn't visited the Windmill Man yet, so that's a little unfortunate for him, but I guess we'll see. Maybe that's the way of the hero. We don't know.
You don't.
But you also get a lot of information in Zora River. I kind of like making this play fairly early because, you know, there's 3 hints out here.
That is true. There's 30.
Yep, and as you mentioned, those duplicate hints. Perpy there.
nothing new in the river so far. And that was just a boopy on that first pillar.
One last chance to get this way of the hero. I mean, I guess both could be way of the hero, but before it's that frogs in the rain.
Yep, we've seen the frogs 2 hint, so that would be... Oh, there it is.
That's looking likely. Gonna need those light arrows later on.
Well, not for a couple hours. Namaha playing it safe. He doesn't have ZL, so he's not going to get that final hint stun.
Nice chicken clip in there.
Now, it looks easier than it actually is, but it's pretty easy. And Namaha headed straight for the lake. I wonder if he saw something valuable under here. Yeah, it does look like he's making a beeline.
Bottle? What is that?
I always have the most difficult time seeing this one.
That's
It's a hammer.
Whoa, okay, that's a big deal.
Absolutely. Acquired item get.
Okay, and Namaha's out of there.
Yep, and just like that, you know, that's another medallion dungeon that we can clear.
Definitely. Namaha not quite in a position to do that just yet, but we will likely see him grab those items in Kakariko shortly.
I am surprised he didn't jump back into the Zora's domain and do those checks. But you know, it's hard to say.
Maybe just seeing that hammer and knowing that he got that scale, because he doesn't know about that other scale. You know, maybe that's he just wants to press it as much as possible. Sometimes you want to chase certain items, and maybe he's like, oh, what the hell's happened? Is probably going adult early. I haven't even been adult yet, so I need to start catching up to his progression.
Yeah, he's now getting his medallion information. Another point too about that Zora's domain, Jabu Jabu's medallion. So we're gonna have to go back there.
Definitely.
Turn in the letter at least.
Yeah, we haven't seen the letter, we haven't seen the boomerang. Those are going to be items we're looking out for.
Making great work of this overworld.
Yep. Namaha, as we predicted, is going to go ahead and grab songs here. Going to get that CL. Oh, taking a look. Vulcan, I was like, going to Fire Temple?
Alright, peeking at those freestanding items. But, I mean, he might opt to go in there right away.
It does have that hammer.
Could get bow locked, though. That's the only concern. So, what the hell's happened is taking out this red Poe using hookshot strats.
We do have Bolero, so it's easy enough to get back here. So
Yep.
it's probably more practical to wait.
And he's just grabbing some quick info. He doesn't have a hookshot, so he can't go back across the bridge. Hookshot or hover boots required for that. Just routing that song inefficiently.
Definitely. Maybe a little surprised we didn't see the minuet played there by Namaha, but he might be thinking about routing that in later.
Yep, he wants to go into Kakariko Village, get that way of the hero, but first, he's going to check out the Bolda of Destiny. The Bolda is so named by our very own Spike Vegeta.
Looks like those Hammer Rocks hints coming up again. that's some Destiny.
Yep, that is. It's cold shoulder.
Yeah. But one interesting routing option for Namaha, which I'm sure we're going to see, is once he is in Kakariko, we'll be able to hit up the graveyard for that Composer's Grave and be able to grab another song. So I'm kind of keen to see what that ends up being, because we did see What the Hell Happened, you know, go kind of through Goron City to get his ZL, so he wasn't really in the area to be able to play that, get the new song.
Yep. Now it's Namaha's turn in Kakariko. Yeah, I'm not sure about these hookshot strats versus these Poes. Not sure what the hell what the hell's happened.
I mean, it's right in
doing.
the name right there.
Yeah. What the hell is what the hell doing? That's 2 ice traps in a row for Namaha.
Wow. Doubling down.
No extra checks available to him. Oh, wait, that's not true. He can go into the graveyard and get an extra song.
Exactly. But we're going to see him grab that hook shot right now, and then we'll grab that bow, the windmill, get the storms. So kind of just routed the same. We're just going to be looking out for that composer's grave.
Rufio. What the hell? Almost finished up with the Forest Temple here. Headed into the checkered boardroom. 2 more poses to fight, and then Phantom Ganon. One of the hardest bosses in the game.
Definitely nice having that shield for that fight.
Yep.
Yep.
3 shields this seed. Hopefully the mirror shield is as easy to find. Well, of course, now I just cursed it.
Alright, sees the bow there. Probably going to implement the same strategy here.
Speaking of strats, that backflip was purely for swag. And opting for more hookshot strats.
Well, you're able to kind of chain them together, so maybe it ends up being about the same amount of time, if not faster.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job with it.
I certainly know that if you have Big Goron Sword, there's a faster strat.
Right.
But I'm confident that what the hell has happened knows what he's doing.
Yeah, these guys are here for a reason.
Has to get this bow game. These targets, unlike the slingshot game, come out randomly.
They're both kind of playing a bow game right now. But kind of with our omniscience, you know, knowing what each have found, respectively, in their like child and adult checks. You know, we actually have Strength 2, we have Epona's Song, we have Hookshot. You know, the game might be pointing them to GTG.
Well, that's a good point, especially with that Sacred Forest meta way of the hero. Of course, that could be Minuet of the Forest as opposed to Epona, so...
Right, because we did see that Mido skip from What the Hell, but we know it is in logic if you just go over to Saurian.
Now, I know you know, obviously if it's Minuet, it's not going to be pointing to anything in the Forest Temple, but it could, I believe, point to the song you get from the Forest Medallion.
Definitely, yeah.
Or would that be a Temple of Time way of the hero? I'm not sure. Have to ping in the Discord and get a smarter person's answer.
Well, I think it could be, you know, if it's a chain. Yeah. But it could, in the same way, be you get your Minuet, which leads to Epona to go to GTG or something like that as well. So, a lot of options here.
No yay logic. But Namaha now in the Dampe race. Get your guesses into chat on what his time is going to be for Dampe 1.
We're about to see that Phantom Ganon fight.
Oh, I hate this fight. Especially without the Big Goron Sword. Oh, what the hell?
He skipped the one chest here, I think.
Yeah. One chest he needed. Now he has to unfortunately do this whole puzzle over again.
Well, he can push it the other way, I think, and he'll probably be okay. But yeah, I need that big feat.
It is a slight delay. Yeah, he needs to push it one more time. Or no, just the once. Namaha getting a 51. Very nice time. Very fast. There we go. Now what the hell has happened is headed into Phantom Ganon. There's the gold scale pickup for Namaha.
Probably got to be thinking about that one a little bit.
Scratching that head.
He's got bombs. He's got a gold scale. Maybe go to Hyrule Field. But there's a lot to do right now. You know, he can go into Dodongo. We haven't seen him clear that yet, which may be a bit of a waste, but certainly a decent density. And then up to Long City as well.
It's close.
That was dicey.
It would be a shame if that fire had bonked him the other direction.
Would have voided out.
He's going to claim his free Hylian shield from this one. So what the hell in phase 2 of the Phantom Ganon fight? 2, 3, up. Does not get a good damage on him there.
Shooting an arrow there to kind of accelerate the shots from Phantom Ganon.
That was almost a 49 for Dampe 2 from Namaha right there.
Incredible.
But Phantom Ganon down just like that. We have a free song in the Temple of Time.
Yep. And what the hell does grab his first medallion of the game? So we got a tie game in that respect. But let's see this composer's grave check, because this could make a big difference. Now, we don't have a fire source just yet, so we're going to have to leave that treasure chest behind in here, since we are adults and cannot use the torch.
Nope. Unfortunately, for some reason, you can't use a Deku Stick as an adult.
Too heavy.
Well, my thought was maybe Link's too strong now that he's 7 years older, and it just crumbles in his hands.
That makes sense, I guess. Serenade.
Not the greatest. Not what he was hoping for. I'm sure he was hoping for something like Requiem or Nocturne of Shadow. That's one of the songs we absolutely need. And that's an interesting play. What the hell's happened spawning out of the Forest Temple in front of the Deku Tree? Check those 2 hint stones there. I like that. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've watched.
Well, this is honestly one of the earliest forest clears I've seen in some time. You know, just getting all the stuff to do it, and it looks like Namaha's making the same play again. We got a green medallion, and we did not see what song that is from What the Hell's Happened.
Nope, he is. Where might he be headed?
Maybe just grabbing a Skulltula real quick.
Skulltula, all right. I was thinking maybe he's going out for the boulder at Death. Oh, he's doing his time of day.
I see.
That's the big brain strat. Yeah, you go into Ganon's castle. I believe what sets it to midnight.
All right, so we're gonna see a decent amount of child from What the Hell's Happened here.
Yep. He can route things in very efficiently, going into the lake into Zora's domain.
Okay, that's funny after the time of day.
Yep. Unfortunately, that going into Ganon's castle kind of backfiring on him there. You just grab that song, you wouldn't need to do that. Yeah, always a great song to have.
Yeah, especially early on.
Yeah, we are still early. It's not even an hour in yet, but the seeds has been pretty generous to these runners.
Definitely. Knowing that Song of Time is on Ocarina of Time, that's kind of an interesting one. Like, it's kind of hard to say if that's going to be required, but with Water Temple being a stone, you know, maybe we don't have to worry about that so much.
So what are we missing still? Saria's song, Requiem, and Nocturne. So we still have the Ice Cavern, the desert, and what's our final song location? Burning Cack.
Burning Cack, yeah.
Shadow is the light medallion. Or is Shadow the...
It's the
water medallion. So we know Nocturne can't be on Burning Cack. That's good news.
That's good knowledge, yeah.
Not sure if either runner can deduce that just yet. That's the benefit from our primetime seats right here. Our VIP seats, I should say.
check out that bomb tube bowling. That bomb bag makes sense.
2 very quick checks. There's the fire source.
We have magic. It's probably worth it.
Yeah. Might see the fabled fire arrow entry into Shadow Temple.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Now we don't have the hover boots.
Not
Doesn't
yet.
make it very lucrative, but it could be an interesting option.
So it's a big gamble of a play, unless you get the one hint that a small key is in the invisible maze. But what the hell wants his fire source, making very quick work of it.
Yeah, you never know. This early, you got to be picking these up. Just arrows is the second item, so we're out of here.
No, thank you, lady. And here's an interesting note. What the hell is going to route in his Child Fairy Fountain? He has everything required. Unless he's going to make me just look like a fool because he wants to.
Well, I mean, I would probably be a little inefficient on his part, so I hope for his sake he does. But yeah, this has really worked out well for what the hell.
Namaha making fast work of this Barren Forest Temple.
Yeah, they both really have been flying.
And what the hell, kind of turned over towards the castle for a brief second, but then saw that boulder here.
Alright, so Hyrule Castle, Great Fairy. Kind of big. I feel like Namaha may not see this for a little while. Big Goron.
Yeah, you said it was going to be big. So both runners are now following in each other's footsteps.
Nice recoil there to get to the Floor Master.
Yep, making it look easy. That's not an easy strat.
No. High in Fire Temple. Get that wallet.
Now, have we seen 3 or 4 Way the Hero hints? River, Cack, Sacred Forest Meadow?
Yes, that is correct.
So there's 2 more out there somewhere. As well as another... No, we've gotten our Baron hints.
Yeah, I think we have all 3.
Yep. 3 Baron hints, 5 Way of the Heroes, and 5 Sometimes hints. Sometimes hints pulling from a pool of less than desirable checks to be checking, such as not Skull Mask, 20 Skulls, the Hammer Chest in Fire Temple, Boss Key Chest in Water Temple. And this seed, it's been all about the song hints. You know, we've gotten a hint for Opponent's Song. You always get a hint for Ocarina of Time, but also a hint stone telling us about Zelda's Lullaby in the crater.
Well, there's certainly a number of available hint options in Hyrule Field. We see what the hell's here right now. So we've seen this one, but we could potentially see more.
Yep. Yeah, given his items, it'll be interesting. I imagine he'll go into London Ranch after this, but then it's a toss-up between, alright, he doesn't have Mini Wet yet, but he can save warp back to the forest, clear out Deku Tree, get his Fire Medallion, or he could maybe do Gerudo Valley into the lake and then either go into Zora's Domain or pop out back into the field and get those final 2 checks down there, those bombable grottos.
A lot of options. Yeah, with what the hell has happened, not actually seeing those hints in Lake Hylia and Zora River, I feel like that might be a pretty strong play, but could also route opposite. You know, you can go one way or the other. You can go from the Lost Woods, kind of out to Zora River and check out Domain and stuff.
Yeah, I always kind of prefer when there's a very obvious bottleneck as opposed to, okay, the seed's going to give you 5 different options to route in.
well, we've seen nothing but deviations from these players, but I mean they're kind of catching up to each other.
Yep. What the hell, having a little bit of trouble finding that last chicken, but gets his recovery heart. As well as a proposal from Talon. And that's a good strat. Throw the bomb. Okay, almost missed, but very efficient way of getting that Skulltula.
So here's Minuet again. Oh no, this was Prelude.
Yep.
Minuet's.
And sorry.
Sorry.
Yep. Namaha going for the more standard strat to kill the pose, and I think you're right. It might be just this hair faster if you can hook all those hook shots. At least with the Master Sword, that is.
At the very least, it looks cool.
Yep.
Yeah, something different.
Maybe what the hell just wanted to hug.
Swag it up. Ooh.
Don't want to fall down that pit.
That is quite the time loss.
You also don't want to come up to this room before clearing the Stalfos down below, because if you don't, Stalfos up top won't spawn.
Right. And this is also interesting. What the hell is going to get that gold scale? And if he decides to continue routing towards Gerudo Valley, like Hylia can do that lab dive. Could potentially do Hyrule Field right now, but looks like wants some Skull Shells first.
Well, it's also a bit quicker to get out of the silo that way. Sunsong is pretty convenient in places like that. The Deku Scrub over by the Bridge in Lost Woods. So that making great use of that Sunsong already. Of course, it just opens those two checks: the grave, the Redead Grave in the graveyard, and Frogs 2. Which we know is dead. So Sunsong, in terms of checks, not that useful, but it strat-wise, very, very handy. Oh, Namaha is having some trouble with these pro fights. If anything else, maybe hookshot strats are just more consistent. But it does look like what the hell is routing in these grottos.
Yeah, Southeast Grotto does have another hint, another item, so certainly a good time to do it. He knows he got those bombs pretty early, so probably feel good about this.
Yeah, very efficient routing from both these runners. But as you said, they diverted quickly, and it's led to some interesting differences.
Okay.
River. So that's our second hint. So we've seen 2 Zora's River hints, 2 Kakariko Away the Hero hints.
Second Force Meadow.
Yep, always possible though that we get a third of a location. Very nice recoil from Namaha down in the checkerboard room. It's nice to find a full heart container as opposed to just a piece.
Yeah, they're in pretty comfortable health now, I think. Not that that's really been a problem.
Yep.
That I don't expect it to be for these guys.
Just for the Volvagia fight.
Yeah.
Perhaps the central pillar. But we hope we don't have to go into the water temple. More love from the scrub.
Right, and I'm expecting Gerudo Valley.
Yep, he's headed into the river.
I'll be curious to see where Namaha routes from here. There is an opportunity, like we discussed, to go to Fire Temple
Yep.
and do that full clear. We know there's a wallet at the hammer chest, which is informative, but you know, maybe we don't really care.
Yeah, it might be nice to use that wallet to purchase a tunic if you're struggling in the seed, but 7 hearts, not a problem for Namaha. And yeah, I think that would be the most...
I believe that would be like out of logic as well.
Yeah, yeah. But I do believe Fire Temple would be a good, efficient place to go.
It's just a matter of surviving at Volgofagi, as you said, with the heart count.
Yeah, the other two places I'm looking at are the bottom of the well and GTG. Now, no prizes for completing those, but they're very density check heavy in terms of density.
I agree. The game's just been giving them all the stuff to go to both of those places, and you know, maybe we'll see good stuff in both, or nothing at all. It's hard to say right now.
That's the beauty of the randomizer. Anything can be just about anywhere. But we are just about an hour in, and what are we looking for? We're looking for Lord Banana, Rudo's Letter, and Mirror Shield, Hover Boots, and Din's Fire. Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah, it sounds right. You know, from our omniscient standpoint, yeah, because they gotta trade gloves here, or lift upgrades. Yeah.
Yep. And what the hell needs to grab his light arrows, of course. Well, he's seen that Zora's River way here. He'll route that in eventually.
I mean, it might even be fairly soon. With him being in Hylia, he can route into Domain and then into River potentially. So we'll see.
Well, we're probably going to be seeing the bottom of the lab with that gold scale as well.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like he's going to route in those hints around the perimeter of the lake. No, he's going to head straight for the Scarecrow.
Well, hopefully he checks this underwater bottle pretty quickly, because that's going to be pretty great.
What is that? Oh, wait, is that
Oh.
hammer? Yeah, it's even, with them right up close, even on a big screen, sometimes this item is real trolly to see.
Well, it's also nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen runners play the Sun specifically to make it lighter in places like this, or even, Haunted Wasteland, another difficult place to route in at nighttime. Here we go. Doing the silver scale, then the gold scale. It's just doing it in order on the periodic table.
Okay. Fair enough.
We got in the bottom of the lab. We got, $80 and Skulltula down there that you can't get.
Filling up that wall. See some shot strats.
There's the piece of heart from the lab, so gold scale not getting us anything in Lake Hylia. One other check where it could be used in logic. Of course, you can also use that gold scale in a long shot to almost full clear out the water temple. Both runners have set their Scarecrow, so they'll need to come back as an adult if they want to be able to summon the Scarecrow.
Solid Phantom Ganon fight there from Namaha.
Yep. Textbook fight. He'll grab his Force Medallion, and let's see if he heads to the Temple of Time, check the song, or maybe jump straight into Fire Temple.
Yeah, especially with Prelude, it feels like, it's probably better to get that information sooner rather than later, but...
Yep. Could be Nocturne as far as he knows. That is the play to make if you're Namaha.
As we said, Sun's song is nice, but I'm sure he's going to be a little disappointed about that.
Still haven't routed in Dampé Digging.
True.
And of course, if you ever come over to the castle during the wrong time of day, it feels real bad, man.
And the Redead Grave as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What the hell? Now back in Kokiri Forest, most likely going to head into the Deku Tree.
Makes a lot of sense. Already got those hints, so you can just go straight in.
Yeah, must be marking something down on his tracker there. Namaha headed out of the castle. I wonder if he's maybe heading to the Tektite Grotto.
And that could potentially lead to a GTG. I mean, it's kind of on the way, potentially.
Yeah, he does have bonus on. Let's check the bulb, making sure he checked that bulb.
Already got ice trapped.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
All
yeah.
good.
Running out of spots for progression.
Well, Namaha hasn't even been to Gallant City, which is where that other lift is. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic right now.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. Interesting route divergence.
Magic?
Another magic. Or a nice trap. Oh, double magic. We won't be seeing that. Unless that was a nice trap.
Did actually have the ability to collect it if he wanted it, but
Doesn't
no need.
need it.
Yeah. Just a nice convenience item, no need.
The silvers for what the hell? Now Namaha making a bit quicker routing of these boulder checks.
Opponent's definitely coming in handy. We'll be able to knock out all these grottos, and then we'll have to see where he goes from there. He could jump into Lake Hylia. I mean, he does have Serenade.
Yep.
But
He hasn't.
could also just go to make that GTG play. Could even potentially, if he wants to get that stick upgrade, it's not a bad refill.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might want to route in the Scarecrow, so when he does go into Fire Temple, you know, that check is available to him.
That's very true. Yeah, de-risk that. You don't want to have the big key there and get stuck.
A little more one runner going where the other has already been.
Yeah.
Tends to either be that or the runners are following the same route for the first hour or so.
It's just the nature of Randomizer. I mean, like a lot of the places they've been have been high density locations.
Yep,
and,
yep.
Yeah, that's where you want to go. That's kind of where it's at.
The seed speaking to him in slightly different ways. That wasn't the right start. There it is. Left, right, left, right.
All right, Namaha first to get that Scarecrow song online.
Scarecrow version 2.0.
Yeah. When you learn a Scarecrow song, first thing you do is go fishing.
Child fishing was nothing. Let's see if this guy has anything better as an adult. It's had 7 years to procure a better prize. And this fish trolling Namaha there, I guess.
Yeah. Doesn't want it.
According to the devs in 5.0, the fishing RNG has improved vastly, but other racers disagree.
Yeah, sometimes it just swims away, but sometimes, you know, if you just let the lure stand still, it'll just grab on. That's, in general, I'd say it's improved, but
Just a perpy.
there's a couple of circumstances where it just kind of trolls you.
Yeah, the argument I've heard is that if you know the vanilla strat, you know, if you're doing Ocarina time vanilla, it's a different strat that you have to use to hook that fish quickly.
Gotcha. Namaha going to be able to route in the lav dive this way now as adult, so interesting kind of change of position.
I didn't know the Scarecrow hitbox was that far away. If only it worked like that in the Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Up there is the Deku Tree cleared for what the hell? Grabbing that fire medallion. Up to 2 medallions and 2 stones. Where do you go now if you're what the hell? I guess Lost Woods makes sense.
Yeah, it still hasn't gotten the song out there, so. Like Namaha hasn't hit up Goron City or Dodongo, so those are kind of like the different areas that these guys have explored. Obviously, Namaha has those light arrows, so we might see what the hell has happened. Jump into Zora's River from here, potentially too.
And what the hell is going to be able to get that second to last check here in the Lost Woods? The target hanging up over by the Ocarina game. It's always kind of a pain to route in. If you're looking for an item, you get the slingshot late. And once again, what the hell, making great use of that Sun Song.
This could potentially be pretty big.
Nope, just more pizza.
Appears that Namaha is moving towards GTG. This is unfortunate for him, considering we know where that other strength upgrade is and what the hell has it, in fact, so might be pushing on to GTG eventually with that in hand and could unlock kind of most of that dungeon, but it's not really required necessarily. We don't know. So.
Yeah, we don't know if it's required or not.
Yeah.
Could find Rudo's letter and the boomerang in here. But Randomizer isn't generally that nice. Straight in, park the horse. Now, one of my favorite additions to some of the early versions of the randomizer was the fortress change.
Oh yeah, only killing one guard.
Yep.
Yeah, that is so very nice. Using a nice hookshot setup there to trap the Rudo guard and taking her out.
There was a handful of times where I was routing the fortress in, you get to that 3rd or 4th guard and she kills you, or she sends you off to jail, and you have to make your way back through the fortress.
All the way up, yep.
Now just one, sometimes none if you so choose.
Yeah, the randomizer has so many different settings these days. You can play kind of however you want to, as easy or as hard as you want to.
Shoutouts to one-hit KO.
Or Ice Trap Mayhem.
Yep, that's a fun one, unlike one-hit KO. Especially on multi-worlds.
Yes.
Here we go, Namaha showing us something new. We got some horseback archery. Let's see if he can't get that perfect score, 2,000. Nope. Right away.
Want it.
Gets 1,000, no problemo. While we see what the hell, checking out Goron City.
Blue rupee there, and we're gonna play again. 1,500. Make each one of these count now.
Yep. Looks like what the hell is going to show us an extra check here in Goron City, the spinning pot. go.
Perfect.
Just eking it out.
Yep.
Just some more love.
Leaves opponent there.
Yep.
No thanks. Yeah.
Done with that horse. Gonna hit up the rooftop here, and it'll be interesting to see if he jumps into the training grounds.
I would imagine so.
He does have everything to clear it in
Items.
logic,
Yeah,
minus silvers.
exactly, and Song of Time, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I don't even
Iron boots.
consider. I don't even consider the toilets in there. I
Okay,
like
fair
to
enough.
erase it from my mind.
It does have that Scarecrow song activated importantly to be able to get across here.
Yep. It doesn't. Sometimes it might not appear that you can hook it, but you kind of need to get all the way up onto the corner here. Yeah, it's not close enough.
Yep.
There you go. The long shot, you can hook that chest directly from quite far away.
Oh yeah, you don't even have to be at this level. You can be a bit lower.
Yeah, right down there on top of the vines. But he is jumping into GTG. I missed what was on the pottery, but it doesn't look like anything added to the tracker. So what the hell is gonna continue his trek into the woods? But first, pop into Zor's River and be greeted by the sight of those light arrows.
He'll know Way of the Hero for sure.
Or have at least a pretty strong inkling.
Yeah, but he will be able to route in, as we mentioned, that Song of Storms check at Frogs in the Rain, so that'll be interesting to see.
Those frogs are getting a little dried out. Hey!
Oh!
That's our fourth Way of the Hero, GTG. So just like that, Namaha's play, seemingly pretty big brain.
Now I want to believe he's read that. Because he was out here getting those.
He was, but remember he didn't have ZL,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to risk losing that chicken.
Right?
Chickens are so finicky, and if you lose that chicken all the way at the waterfall,
Yeah.
it's just a big trek down. I mean, you do get some money on the way, but these runners aren't hurting for money.
Chicken not playing this one. What the hell, you're right.
I told you. Finicky chickens. Final check in the Way of the Hero, Zor's River.
Ooh.
Claim check that leads to absolutely
Like,
nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Hooah, sing it again.
So just light arrows.
Nothing in the Way of the Hero yet in GTG. I
We
mean,
may not even find it.
yep.
That's
We
the unfortunate
just
part.
mentioning the toilet and those silver gauntlets block chests.
Only has 2 keys right now, interestingly.
GTG not paying out with the keys. I mean, of course, that could be good news. That might lead us to deducing a key in the toilet.
So we just found a lens. That could have some interesting implications. Where are the places we can use a lens in this accessible?
Well, there's the one check in the market as a child, the treasure chest minigame. Other than that, that does put crossing the wasteland not quite into logic. We don't have hover boots or long shot just yet to cross the quicksand.
Right.
But that won't stop these runners. There's a backwalking strat you can do forwards or reverse. Good to keep in mind, a good strat to learn.
That's all he finds here. Maybe incentive enough to head over there, and you know we're missing Nocturne, a really important song right now. That might be the way to go.
The hell, opting for chicken strats as well, a bit quicker than playing ZL. It's gonna show us the first check of Azor's domain. Pick up up a quick stick here.
Is that a Goron tunic up there?
Oh, yeah, I always forget to take note of that freestanding item. Unfortunately, misses the jump there. This room can be a little tricky without hover boots or long shot, but you can hook that torch over by the toilet door.
Yep. Good to go.
Entrance to the restrooms. This Zalphos room is the final check in the loop around. You just have to clear out the center of that maze. 2 key doors to the right and 7 to the left. Most likely we're going to see some save scumming happen here.
Certainly a good strategy when it comes down to it. You go right, you can check those items, and it's nothing good, just reset. It might even play into the key logic. You can see, you know, where keys are, if maybe the toilet or the silver locked side, how many keys are there, so you can kind of risk, hey, maybe I don't come back here for a while, there's only a couple items.
But if you know, Namaha not even checking the right-hand side.
Interesting.
Some bomb shoes, that's not a way of the hero.
Still that lens to be thinking about.
Putes is not way of the hero.
If only. One more key here and we can advance to the final chest.
I mean, it's risky going left side first.
Okay.
But Namaha getting it. He can save scum all these keys if this is nothing. That's 7 keys, though. And a stick. All right.
There's the reset.
So unfortunately, chances are that there's going to be something behind those silver blocks. Guaranteed, actually. Whether it's 2 or 4, that's the question we'll find out now as Namaha checks out the right-hand side. Perhaps actually saw that might have been a tunic, and maybe he wants that to complete the fire temple. That might have been running through his head.
And that'll be nice, actually, you know.
It might just work out to his benefit. It's a red rupee. And it does look like he's back walking for it. There we go. Doesn't want to have to go all the way up to the hammer chest to get his wallet.
Out of logic, basically, yeah. And there's a key there.
So that's 8 keys. So there's just 1 key that's silver blocked.
Amongst 5 checks.
4 checks.
Toilet.
Oh, the toilet. That's right. I told you, I just erase it from my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well right now. It's
I've
going to
been-
be a little while until we can clear water, but...
Yeah, I've been traumatized, if you can't tell by the toilet. Here we go at 1 hour 21. Namaha jumping into the fire temple. Let's see if it's going to be a quick fire temple or a long one. What the hell?
10
Grab it.
skulls?
Yeah, 10 skulls, just a piece of heart.
And he's likely going to end up in that composer's grave. He does have fire arrows as well in this case with that magic. And get access to 1 more chest, so that'll be good to look at.
Yeah, 1 extra piece of information for us.
And maybe going for that Sun Song check as well.
That's right. That'll just leave Dampé digging. Namaha gonna make quick work of this Flare Dancer. Stored his Master Sword damage with that jump slash. Just bonking the side here with the hammer. Of course,
Blue rupee over in the Sun Song grave.
Of course, you won't see this strat for this Flare Dancer in any sort of official strategy guide. Expect you to use the hook shot.
I mean, you can, but
And then you
it's
have to
definitely-
chase the guy all the way around. Iron boots.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. That's our final stone dungeon.
Scary.
Don't have long shot yet.
Not really something you want to see.
No. Not with water being a stone.
There's still, again, that possibility in the toilet, too, especially with GTG, Way of the Hero,
Oh,
and
that's right.
Song of Time on Ocarina of Time, but
Just a nut in the royal tomb.
it's a fair amount of speculation.
Yep. It's always fun to speculate. Serenade for what the hell?
Fire Temple definitely being one where you want to see that big key early because it's just a slog to get through. That you can beat Volvagia and then make the choice, hey, do I want to go back in or not?
Here we go, these runners high-fiving once again, this
Okay.
time not 7 years apart.
Big difference here is Hotel does not have that gun, but has a decent amount of health, so that timer is based on the amount of health you have, but you don't want that timer to run out either, so you gotta be pretty careful and pretty quick.
And we don't even have a bottle to do any grabbing of fairies. So more keys in the Fire Temple. How deep do we have to go?
Well, there's one more check before things kind of slow down.
Yep. But these runners all tied up in medallion count. What the hell has completed Dodongo's Cavern?
Namaha kind enough to free one of the Gorons there.
Yep. But Namaha's completed GTG, so that seems to be the difference there. Dodongo's Cavern versus GTG. One of them being away at Hero.
But again, without those silver gauntlets, that's kind of a big difference right now that Goron City is with, for what the hell, so
Yeah.
it's a close race for sure.
Absolutely. These runners are not disappointing us on our finals here at SpeedGaming Live 2019. Our dudes for what the hell? No reaction. Some runners, like, I know you've raced Spike Vegeta, so some runners, as you know, are more animated.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Riding the elevator up to Fire Temple. Namaha not getting the ground jump there. There we go. I think,
Our allowed tricks.
yep, I think that's the most consistent way to get the ground jump stored. There's, you know, a dozen or so different strats. Some people backflip, some people roll into it.
Yeah. We got our favorite boulder maze here.
Now, I always like the one in the, what is it, Forest Trial?
Oh.
It's always fun to be in close quarters
You're
with rolling
just
boulders.
surrounded, yeah.
That's something we will be seeing. Even if light arrows were to be in the trials, I'm not going to need to go that far in.
In this case, we already have our light arrows. Kind of good to go.
What the hell? Skipping that key door? Or has he already gone in that side? Oh, that was the
Yeah, I
entrance.
think that was the entrance, yeah.
This is our one bow check here in the Fire Temple. If you ever dip in here without the bow, you hope that you have an extra key for that door right there.
Because you can actually kind of get around it and check this chest anyways.
Yep. This gate that you see here, you can just jump on over it. Namaha knowing that had to be a key. Can't progress otherwise.
Yep, we still haven't found that big key, which, you know, that can also small key you lock you out if you need to beat Volvagia, and Volvagia has a small key. Get kind of ugly wise to get through this dungeon, but so far we're okay.
Now, beatable only, it would be possible to, you know, lock yourself out of a portion, but because they need to complete it, that can't happen until we find the boss key.
Yeah, beatable only adding an extra dynamic of like thought process to randomizer runs.
Yeah, but non-beatable only, if you're missing a key and you get to a locked door, you're like, all right, what did I forget? These settings, it's just possible that you can't get any deeper.
The game just does not intend for you to go there.
Namaha slashing that slug can be a little trolly on the way back. I always swing the hammer from the platform away from it. Flips him right over, so I don't have to be worried at all.
Well, execution on point doesn't even have to worry about it.
Yep. Another jump slash.
Jump slash recoils. Fantastic.
A few bonks here and there, but these runners' movement very, very crisp.
A lot of small keys, so we're able to keep going. Imagine we'll see Pierre here.
There've been 2 skulls up there. Haven't seen any hints for 20 yet.
Honestly, we may just see 20 Skulltulas get turned in before that point, even if there is one.
Okay, that slug almost trolling Namaha there. Yeah, he's not gonna check Pierre.
Interesting.
Unless that was the hint for the wallet. I didn't quite see that well enough.
Yeah. I thought that was the hammer chest. Maybe that's the one.
I'm not at all afraid of that spinning flame. Or spinning fire bar. Is that imported from Mario?
Maybe, yeah. Oh, there's our big key. Yeah.
So I'm curious, I assume Namaha's gonna get the switch under the time block. But I'm curious to see if he heads up to the hammer chest, seeing as how he skipped the scarecrow chest. Pretty slick back walking strats, and he is going all the way up. It's very efficient. It might look like he is bonking that fire, but that is intentional, getting through this a bit quicker.
Really fantastic damage boosting there.
And it must have been Pierre with the wallet.
Okay. I guess there's a scenario where we could regret that if we have to buy blue fire or something, but I guess when it comes down to it, make that call.
The meme of
Come back.
King Zora. I know there's at least a half dozen viewers in chat who would love to see King Zora holding Ruto's letter.
Yeah.
With this deep, deep wallet blocking that. But look, Namaha making his way up there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Looks like he pressed A in anticipation of rolling just a little too early. There we go. Safely up there.
What the hell? Also skipping that pier check.
Well, he hasn't been back to the lake.
That's fair. Yeah, can't even do it.
This trek up looks more daunting than it really is. And yep, the wallet is on Pierre.
Pierre, okay. Like the audio there.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard that. I know I've heard and seen stuff like that in the Forest Temple, where you try to jump off the courtyard island at the wrong angle. You can kind of constantly loop the grabbing animation there.
So I believe with 2 small keys in tow, Volvagia will have an item here. So that will be interesting to see.
Unfortunately, full clearing this fire temple. And what the hell, also gonna trek up to the hammer chest.
Interesting differences of how they got there. It's a little different, like jump slash method versus kind of damage movement.
Yep. 2 very viable strats. Anyone taking notes, you can practice either one. Just find which one works best for you.
Namaha looking for those fairies. They're hanging out in the rocks there.
Even with the Goron tunic, he's a bit dangerous.
Setting up this cool jump here to get to beautifully executed.
First try.
Yeah.
Just throw your shoulder into that wall and roll as straight as you can. Throwing that hammer jump slash. Great work of Volvagia's second hitbox. 2 dragons in the slow zone. The one that flies around and the one that plays whack-a-mole. The one that flies around, the hitbox is always present, either in the air or just above the hole that it flies into. The hitbox is just peeking out there, and you can abuse it with bombs or bomb chews.
I'm having a little bit of trouble shooting Volvagia there, but just get a hit. Should be able to finish it.
The dragon is down. Gorons praise the Lord.
And 3 medallions too, so we're moving right along.
I guess
36.
I guess maybe the Gorons will be praising Link. That's more in tune with the lore.
And this might set Namaha up to go into Goron City now and grab that second strength upgrade, maybe kicking himself a little bit, but you know, this is a good time to kind of clear that area potentially.
Yep. And the one check that what the hell left in there, the Crater Fairy Fountain. Didn't have the hammer on his first pass through.
Right. And he might do that as well after Volvagia.
Yeah, it'll be lined up for him. Also, one final check in the Goron City maze. Namaha will be able to do that all in one pass. And you know, I'll be interested to see if Namaha opts to check that hintstone in the Song of Storms grotto.
That's fair, yeah, we haven't seen that yet.
Still looking for a way to hero, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's the Volvagia fight for what the hell's happened. Also gonna use bomb strats. Bomb chews can be slightly quicker, but it's a bit more dangerous, trickier to accomplish.
Less consistent, so seems solid.
There's a second wallet.
Okay. Now I'm getting a little scared about this
Yeah.
Zora play, but we got plenty to do. We still haven't seen the bottom of the well. That's a very lucrative zone to check right now.
Yeah, kind of running low on checks. I think What the Hell has caught up a bit of time on Namaha in terms of where they were in the Fire Temple. Coming out of here real close to him. Almost rolling off this that plank of wood there to get this in stone. Trying to show off with the bomb cheat.
Nice.
Skull mask hit. That might have been the first time Namaha's seen that.
Time doesn't quite make it.
I mean, so he'll miss out on that. I know he's going back up for that.
He's
that
going
hint
back
stone.
up. Yeah, and maybe we'll see that Storm's Grotto as well.
Yep.
That could route straight into Goron City.
Yep. This is going to be a wallet for what the hell has happened. I'll have to ask him after the race is over whether the wallet and Fire Temple is playing with their heads at this point in the seed. Hour 40 in.
See Namaha going for this trail ferry.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe forgot about the Baron hit. Just muscle memory in his way in here. Where do these runners go now? One check up here in the maze. Namaha not getting that Song of Storms check. Well, the one check I figured that they do on Death Mountain. Nope. Neither runner interested.
Went for the ferry. Proving us wrong.
This will be the final check here in the city. Darunia not having anything. Oh, yeah, something. Just nothing that we need. More love. Alright, so no problem on health.
What the hell is going to be hitting up the Lake Hylia area, and then this could be a kind of a clean route into GTG is kind of my guess.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking as well. Sun Song here. Oh, he's gonna shoot the sun.
I don't think we saw this. So now we can't actually get this item right now.
No, we cannot, but we can at least peek at it.
Show itself to us.
Of course, the ultimate troll is if it looks like something good, and then we finally get there, and it's just an ice trap. So weary about these freestanding items, and that looks like a big Poe.
That might be a fairy. Oh, no,
nope, that's a big Poe, and
a big Poe, you're right.
That could be in logic.
Nice. Yeah, we haven't received any bottles yet, so...
Yeah, no, not a single bottle.
That's strength 2.
Strength 2 for Namaha. The next chest, and then we'll be thinking, alright, shoot, do I go back to GTG?
You know, while you're there, you could potentially break into, you know, Wasteland and Spirit, and get your song, and potentially go into Spirit.
Yep.
There's
French Vanilla Mirror Shield, it's always a possibility. Saw French Vanilla Hover Boots this weekend. Namaha now headed back into the woods. Oh, he's gonna get this grotto out here.
Yeah. Another hint. I mean, he's trying to push it, but
yeah. But I mean, funnily enough, not thinking about that hint in the Death Mountain Trail. Gonna bug them about that one too.
Yeah.
There's a slingshot, that's right. Forgot what was in here.
Eerie Forest with the goods for Dig the Tree, basically. And as you mentioned earlier, you know, like, if you're trying to play this game casually, this randomizer, it requires you to have the slingshot in order to actually, you know, complete the Dig the Tree. There will be a slingshot available, even though these guys skip that requirement.
Yeah, that's an easy thing to forget about. Oh yeah, I need a slingshot to kill Queen Goma.
You've been playing this game for so long, like, it's just second nature to do those beam skips or ground jumps or whatever, but there is logic behind the game to, you know, this is accessible for everyone.
There's also glitched logic if you're so inclined and knowledgeable.
That takes it to the next level for me. I'm always amazed to see all the glitches people can pull off in this game.
Yep. But funnily enough, for the no IM item manipulation and wrong warp tournament that SpeedGaming hosted, I think it was this year.
Yeah, earlier this year.
Yeah. Strat in that was a little interesting, where sometimes breaking the logic kind of made the scene take longer.
Well, it can.
Yeah, some runners opted to kind of stay in logic as long as they possibly could. Namaha also wants these fire arrows.
I don't blame him.
Always useful to have a fire source. If they do end up going into Spirit Temple, you potentially can get those 2 fire checks as an adult instead of having to route them back as a child.
It's predicted What the Hell is looking to be heading over to GTG, so following that way of the hero. We know there's a lens there, but we're going to also see 4 silver gauntlets lock chests.
Yes, yep, 4 extra checks, but first he's gonna...
Maybe a quick stop at Tektite Grotto.
Yeah, he wants to check out Anatomy Z's pet Tektite here.
Namaha gonna get that big Goron coming up here.
Yep, big Goron sword here in from the Fairy Fountain. Not as efficient as What the Hell, who grabbed this on his way to see Empa and the Princess.
Feeling like Namaha might be thinking about the well here. Being child right now. The Hell says no to magic.
Yep, and we are still 4 items away from go mode. Need Jabu, Spirit, and Shadow entry.
And we gotta find that Nocturne too. Which,
Oh.
I mean, we've narrowed it down a decent amount, especially with Burning Cack out of play, but that is as well.
Scary too, because even if we find Nocturne in the desert, we might need Requiem to complete Spirit Temple.
Oh no.
I wonder if Namaha might be setting up Dampe? Or no, he's checking the chess minigame. He's playing for his way of the hero. The only item he got in GTG was that Lens of Truth.
Okay. I like it.
Yep. And if this is nothing, and What the Hell gets nothing from the silver block chest in GTG, we'll know what the lens is going to be for the Wasteland. Sure.
Or the toilet is holding something hostage.
Yep.
Potentially, we'll have to count the keys here.
I imagine if that is the case with Wasteland being required for, or the lens being required for the Wasteland, there's going to be some groaning going on in chat.
Well, it is important to understand the logic, right? Like, even if you know how to break whatever, you know, it's important to know what was Way of the Hero. Do I need to go back? Like,
especially with the beatable only flag. If you break logic and you get a progression item, that might send you off on a wild goose chase. And nothing in the chess minigame for Namaha.
he's out of there.
Yep. It's going to be a little trek into GTG for What the Hell to show us anything new. But other than here in GTG, the only things that I can see in logic are Dampe digging Andrew's Chickens and the bottom of the well.
Andrew's Chickens, the check that no one really wants to do, but is available since the start of the game.
If you see, you know, runners like Namaha, what the hell, when they're on point, they can route chickens in so efficiently.
Well, I think bottom of the well is a good opportunity to do that in this case.
Yeah, no, at this point when they're running low on checks, that would be the call to make.
Taking it a little slow there, trying to aim. Just gets that little bit of love.
Can be a little finicky.
Yeah.
Namaha back in Goron City. Gonna check out this pottery check. Nothing in here for what the hell.
Right after this room, what the hell's going to be entering that silver gauntlet locked room, so we're going to be seeing some new checks here shortly.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for quick spin strats with these Wolfos. Gets two of them. Or no, just one. Oh, yikes. The Wolf's not playing nice. Wow, lining up the face and misses his first throw, unfortunately. Very swag.
Yeah.
Nice close-up Child Link. Defying the laws of physics.
Here we go. What's behind this silver boulder? Silver rock.
Got some likes, or as we say in Zelda 1, pancakes.
Pancakes, yep.
$200. Fill our wallet up. Hover boots.
Ooh,
Okay.
Wow. That's a big deal. We'll need that for Shadow Temple.
There's one key in there. Did he get a second key in there?
It's just one.
Just one? So I believe that leaves one key. No, that's an item in the toilet.
I think
Yep.
there's an item there, yeah.
I was just going over my tracker
I
here.
remember we mentioned that there was
Just
only
one
one key remaining,
key,
so
Ooh.
probably not going to be a priority for these guys, but
This is wood, right? Yeah, I think so.
there's that lens.
Again, poker facing it. Namaha here in Kek. Some of the remaining checks that are in logic.
Yep, as you mentioned,
So far as I can
Dampy
tell.
Digging, and also we'll probably hit up the Dead Grave.
He also hasn't seen what's inside the Royal Tomb, but can't imagine he'd go all the way back to the song to do flame storage.
Right.
But Dampy not paying out. So now both these runners following each other's footsteps yet again.
Cover's coming in handy here.
Yep.
In this room. I guess one of the nice features of this randomizer is you do have easy access to both boots, as you can see on the D-pad button there. So that's kind of one of the nice speed ups, one of many that the developers have added into this randomizer. It's super cool.
And you know, with those hover boots, we can go out to the desert now.
Yep. Hovers and lens. Putting that in logic.
Yeah, well, I guess those hover boots now, with Shadow Temple being required, most likely are way the hero.
Yeah.
Namaha now jumping into the well. I imagine if he doesn't pick anything up out of here, he's going to collect those chickens. As we see a wooden barrel joining us in the audience. I said chickens. No, not as big of a reaction if Kuiper was here.
That's right.
Here we go. Get your guesses in chat. Are we going to find anything here in the well? If so, what are we going to grab?
Still need all that stuff for Jabu Jabu. That stuff has been very elusive. Boomerang, Rudo's letter. Where are those hiding? Prime candidate.
Yep. I just thought of another location. We could jump into the water temple. We have iron boots now.
That's a fair point.
Do we have a soggy banana today? A bunch of money here in the well so far. Getting a little hung up on this chest.
He's still hung up on this chest. And position yourself so you can just look inside this casket. You don't have to run around with the stick and light the torch. Just so Deku up there.
Final chest for what the hell? Now he knows. Unfortunately, the toilet has an item.
But probably feeling pretty good, you know. You got those silver gauntlets before you got there, and then you found those hover boots.
Yep.
He's got the lens, so.
Yeah, not
Question
as
is, where's he going next?
yeah, not as disappointing a trip into GTG as Namaha, just getting that lens out of there.
The save and quit makes me think he's going straight into the Wasteland.
Oh, first he's gotta do some gaming.
Fair enough.
He's gotta try to impress these ladies.
I'm moving towards Dead Hand now. Still has not really found anything of value here, so still waiting.
Yeah.
But does have a couple keys. One more key and, you know, everything's logical here.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I guess getting key locked out of the bottom of the well. I wonder if that's possible.
Well, with beatable only, you have to think about the logic. It's not that you're necessarily locked out or something. Yeah. Sculptula's hiding behind a couple of those.
The hell with a bit safer strats, going for those pots first. I'm making quick work of Brian the Dead Hand. Spawning the big chest, and first gonna grab this small chest named Steve. I believe it was Kuiper Don't Care who dubbed that chest Steve. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Zora Tunic in the bottom of the well for Namaha. Is that pointing to our infamous toilet there in GTG? I believe, though, fewer tunic requirements are on, so I don't think that's required.
The central pillar, yeah, that we really have to worry about. Obviously, Water Temple also has the risk of the river chest, with that Song of Time on Ocarina of Time. So
That's right.
kind of some tough choices to make going into that dungeon right now. I think what the hell's doing here, cleaning out GTG and hopefully going towards the Wasteland is kind of where things are pointing us, because we really need to find that Nocturne.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to waste the time going back, child, doing these checks that Namaha's kind of cleaned up. That having silvers here on his first pass is definitely paying off.
And if the key logic works out, and we find the mirror shield somehow, you know, he could live the dream and actually full clear the Spirit Temple.
Fingers crossed that we see French Vanilla Mirror. Final check here in the bottom of the well. 2 keys in hand, so it's not a small key. Just some arrows though, so nothing here in the well, just a big time sink to get that Zora's Tunic.
Alright, so to get through the Wasteland, we can use those hover boots.
Interestingly, Namaha not doing chickens. Is that going to be what comes back to bite these runners?
Where is he going? This kid.
I wonder if he... Oh, just playing Sun Song, getting out of here. Unless he remembered chickens now and doesn't have Nocturne.
That's possible, yeah.
Just crossed his mind. Alright, well, I'm running out of stuff. I don't want to do the water temple. But he does have silvers now. Oh!
River, maybe he's going to Domain.
Frogs in the Rain.
Still have 20 skulls.
Ooh, there we go. Mirror Shield on the way to Spirit. Very nice find.
That's extremely convenient. Now we have to still hold out hope that we have the keys. We need a small key to advance in Adult Spirit here. So if we don't find that small key, then we're going to be looking for Requiem.
Well, it's the 2-hour mark. I'm going to leave you here with What the Hell, checking out on the Wasteland. I'm going to take a quick restroom break.
All right,
be right back.
Good. You can see here What the Hell extremely skilled with lensless Wasteland. No need for those lenses. Needs them. And we've got this Colossus Great Fairy. We're going to have a song in here. We can see what's up on the archway. And we can jump into Spirit. There's also a hint out here, so we'll be checking that out as well. Gold gauntlets, looks like we won't be using those at all, but you know, it's funny always seeing a lift upgrade sitting right there in front of Spirit Temple, the dungeon that you kind of needed the most.
Sorry, did I hear something about a strength upgrade?
Yeah, we had a strength upgrade right there at the Colossus Great Fairy. Kind of funny place for that.
Yep. Told you I'd be quick.
And we're going to see what song we get. It is Vanilla Requiem.
So that's good news if he doesn't pull a small key out of one of these first 2 chests.
That's fantastic. I can do a full clear here.
Certainly full clear. Whether it's as efficient as possible, that's another story.
Right. But there's a lot of items here to explore, so I mean, this is a perfect place to be right now.
Yeah, perhaps our banana has been baking here in the desert. So with that mirror shield, we're just looking for... Oh, well, you know what that means. We have a Nocturne in the Ice Cavern, right? Uh-oh. So we need Rudo's letter before we can finish the Shadow Temple. Yikes.
It's gonna have to show up somewhat soon, but as you mentioned, Water Temple is on the table. So.
It is, yeah.
And there's that small key, so we are gonna be moving right along.
Maybe Rudo's letter floated all the way into the Water Temple.
There you go. Tell that story. Man, this is a randomizer of kind of just believing. Like you need to go to GTG with your silver gauntlets and believe that you're gonna find the hovers that lets you get through the wasteland, that gives you the mirror shield. You know,
Yeah, it's
it gives you requiem. You just gotta believe.
It's very reminiscent of some of the 3.0 seeds where it was kind of breadcrumby before they kind of changed some logic up. 3.0 was pretty famous for kind of leading you like this, where you know if you route it in right, it kind of shows you where to go.
Yeah, I'd say in 5.0 where we are right now, like things are a lot less predictable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Obviously, you know, we got our hints and everything, but like it's just happened to work that way here.
Mm-hmm. Now Namaha finished up with his child checks, fortunately grabbing nothing of use, and now headed to the Fire Temple, or at least the crater.
Thinking about here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's missed in this area. A seed bag for what the hell here in the Spirit Temple.
Making good use of those fire arrows, right? We still need to find that Din's fire, so. Still on the lookout.
Fire block thins. There's a boss key.
Also, as you mentioned, we'll see the fire arrow entry.
I just realized Namaha's jumping into Dodongo's cavern, perhaps.
Okay.
Or...
It's going to be a little bit of a time sink, but
yeah.
Certainly a good density place to go. For.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him at this point. He's either doing this Water Temple or going back to GTG with those silvers. So this is
more items for sure, yeah.
And, you know, Spear 1.
You got a hint too.
Yep. Very swag storing the hammer in his jump slash, so he can now bust open walls with his big Goron sword.
Cool.
Nothing yet for what the hell, just a bunch of keys. It's 4 so far out of the 5. Choose.
Spirit Temple kind of, I mean, like, you know, you see in Dodongo where adults, another one of those, the dungeons where you can kind of do some of the kid stuff as an adult and make things a lot more efficient. Like, you're able to kind of jump onto platforms, especially like in this room, just a lot easier. What you can do, and you'll obviously be able to use fire arrows, stuff like that. So, always cool to see that.
The second quiver there for Namaha.
I believe that's all we found here.
That was it. I mean, gives Zora Sapphire too, so if you need that Song of Time,
Sure.
one step closer. That might have been 16, maybe 18 skulls for Namaha. Closer to that 20.
Kind of unfair. It's that iron knuckle.
How do you think the iron knuckle feels when you beat him as a kid with just a little stick? Red rupee on the hand. Something to note about the hands here in 5.0, those are part of Spirit Temple now. So potentially could have our small keys or boss keys, so not something you're gonna leave behind with the Desert Colossus Baron.
And off we go to adult side of Spirit here.
Gonna use that mirror shield. Got some Anubis here in this next room.
Like, what the hell wants to conserve some magic here, not using those fire arrows, and it's gonna be kind of killing him in the middle away, using those hovers to help out a little bit.
Yep. Very swaggy to just kind of run around with the hover boots. Of course, you don't need hover boots to do that strat, just making it a bit quicker. I'm gonna equip his mirror shield. One of the 3 uses for this this item. There it is, Rudo's Letter. That's our Nocturne. Unfortunately, have to go all the way child, turn that in just for that song. So now all we're looking for is Lord Banana, all hail, and potentially Din's Fire. I'll be really curious if they, find the boomerang. There's Pharaoh's Wind, not the right spell we're looking for, but I'll be curious to see if they get the boomerang, clear out Jabu, and then maybe one of these runners is gonna opt for that fire arrow entry strat.
Yeah, I mean, that Din's Fire could be buried, so I would certainly get that.
Can't be in Shadow Temple, but could be in Water Temple. There we go, King Dodongo down for Namaha. Tying our stone and medallion count up. Unfortunately, falling a bit behind because he did not have silvers in his first trip through G2G.
Yeah, it's really hurt Namaha here.
Blocking those hover boots.
And as you can see, led to Rudo's Letter pretty much immediately. See the big key yet here in
Yeah, that was in the big chest in the main room.
Okay, perfect. So we'll be able to go ahead and just clear this out, but we'll have to be thinking about 2 child checks at some point if we want to return here and check them out.
Yeah, there's still 1 small key somewhere. Could be on Twin Rova, could be down in those child checks. What the hell? Filling up his magic. Now you can kind of run into that slug, get burned a little bit, and grab this chest really quickly. Here, I am assuming Namaha has 20 skulls. Should at about the 2-hour mark, but no, not enough. Just grabbing that.
A little light on our sculpture collection, but there's been a lot of available options. So I think the priority has not been high for those things.
I mean, but a 2-hour mark, they've gone through Dongo's Cavern, Deku Tree, and the Forest Temple. That's close to 20 as it is right there. Don't think Namaha grabbed any of his nighttime cack though. That would have done it when
that
he
would
was
have been quick. Yeah.
They're doing Dampe. I guess that's a potential check that's in logic.
This could be the play back to GTG here for Namaha, which we know is really important right now. Doubt it's a water play because we have Serenade.
Yeah, yep. And no one wants to go in the water temple.
But I mean, that could be the play that makes or breaks the race. So
Good. Big brain it and metagame. Feel real pumped if you find it, but real bad if you come out with nothing.
Now you gotta also think that what the hell's been maybe thinking about bottom of the well. So if that does come up, he'll sink that time, and maybe Namaha will gain that back because he's gonna be jumping into GTG since he's cleared. Most of it. It's gonna be quick to grab those hovers, and then he'll know exactly where he needs to go next.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Might play out too. He's thinking about that Rudo's letter that he got in here. He knows he needs to jump in Ice Cavern for Nocturne Shadow. So that could.
Is he not getting those hovers?
Namaha. He's opening the gate.
Well, he turns around and heads to GTG.
I mean, I'm sure he knows the strat to get over the quicksand without it. It's just, we need those hover boots to clear out Shadow Temple. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to back walk across the quicksand. I mean, I guess that is a big chunk of time to re-dip GTG. 3-4 rooms you have to run through. Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, if getting through the Wasteland was the only real good use for the hovers, then it would be fine, but we really need them for Shadow, so this is unfortunate. I mean, we could see him grab the Wasteland chest and then see, but I think that's just going to lead him to Spirit.
Yeah, especially the Mirror Shield.
The Mirror Shield, yeah.
Now, I assume what's in his head is, alright, I got that lens way of the hero, and I checked the chess minigame and it was nothing. So he's not assuming that it's going to be anything but the lens.
But he can also gain some information from this. The Mirror Shield being here and getting Requiem where it is.
That's true. He knows the hovers are out there, maybe on chickens.
Or long shot, right? Like, he'll have that on his mind, so you can kind of work the logic in reverse.
Yep. It's definitely good stuff to keep in the back of one's mind when racing. Just like that, Twin Rova down, Light Medallion in hand for what the hell. Not much in Spirit other than Rudo's letter. Oh, you know what? We got Pharaoh's Wind in there, so when What the Hell goes into turn in his letter, at least I hope he takes note of that and drops Pharaoh's Wind in Jabu Jabu. Changing, I believe it was either 3.0 or 4.0. There's 2 warp points for Pharaoh's Wind. One is child, and one is adult. Using independently of each other.
It's a fantastic idea. I mean, unless maybe we find Vanilla Boomer. Anyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. That's another favorite meme of chat.
This is turning the letter.
Yep. Quickest route in there. Fortunately, just one bottle, so if he does want to place Pharaoh's Wind, he's going to have to jump back down, pick up a fish. It's for Namaha.
As we mentioned, they're completely useless. We know outside Ganon's castle is foolish, and we already have our light arrows.
Yep.
So.
Nothing can be in Ganon's castle except those light arrows.
I'm not sure if what the hell read the hint out here in Colossus. Let's see if Namaha checks that.
I guess the possibility for something else in the Ganon's castle would be if there's progression in the castle that leads to the light arrows.
Right. Exactly.
Not gonna see that this seed. As Namaha grabs his Requiem of Spirit. crossing his fingers that he won't have to use that to get his first small key in here. Does look like what the hell is gonna grab the fish. Unfortunately, pushing the wrong silver block.
One other kind of weird off-the-wall check that Rudo's letter has opened up is Big Poe, interestingly enough.
That's true.
That's given us access to that location. So that's something that we can look forward to potentially at some point.
Key for Namaha. Sigh of relief. Oh, it looks like what the hell is gonna opt to do the boomerang check and place for his win down there instead.
Yeah, as you mentioned, with borrowers in hand, why not just go ahead and just get this out of the way?
He's gonna have to do it at some point.
If it is what you're looking for, if it is a boomerang, I mean, like, there you go. Get it done.
If it's the boomerang, all hail, Lord Banana.
And Rudo will actually be waiting up top where you just fell down there, so you don't really lose too much time. You don't have to go through this section again.
Yeah, you mentioning Rudo spawning up there. I was thinking he might set for his wind down at the boomerang check, but that wouldn't work in that case because he would have to go back and get the princess.
So yeah, it may behoove him to put borrowers in the main room.
Yeah,
there,
Is this the equip? Nope. Just grabbing some chews. Oh, for the mana rays. There's the boss key for Namaha.
And using nuts is really effective to get those mana rays out of the ground. Just knock them out with bomb chews. Great strategy.
Deck Knight's very underrated. Oh, nope. That's a butter knife. It's not going to do anything for us.
Maybe he'll think about the well now.
No, he's placing Farrow's Wind inside here.
Probably not that far to walk back, but...
It actually might be faster than going for the entrance, now that we think about it, but he's headed back adult now.
Interesting. Did not elect to read the hint.
In the fountain?
Fountain
He's going to be back here.
I guess he'll be back for the Ice Cavern, so... And that's pretty much forced at this point. Okay, that's fair.
I'm not sure we're looking for too many more hints at this point. They've seen most of them.
But I think there is one way of the hero pending, so...
Yeah, that's
that
true.
does educate us as to where that boomerang is, or if it's fired.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a tough call at this stage of the game, but probably feeling pretty good in what the hell's position.
Yep. Namaha making his way through the Spirit Temple. Full clear this. One more medallion for him. no Nocturne's going to be in here, it would be very, very, very convenient to find Stin's Fire as well. Because if that's the case, I assume Lord Banana is going to be in the Shadow Temple.
It's a good place for it. A lot of items in Shadow. Nice.
Yeah, that
Swag
was...
with the hovers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen
I
that
don't
one.
think I've seen that before either. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Learn something new every time you commentate one of these, I swear.
Seriously. Yeah, I know you can use hovers to get through there, but man, that's quick.
Yep.
Got our Bleep Master King Zora as well while we're up here, so want to make sure take care of that too.
There's the fairy fountain up here. See if this is anything good. I don't think the fairy's given us anything of value.
Got a big Goron, I guess. But
It has been nice for bosses. Just not progression. It kind of looked like a hook shot. Nope. Is that Din's Fire? That's Din's Fire.
sure is.
Or an ice trap. It wouldn't make any sense if there's ice down here. Ice is less dense than water. It's real.
okay.
So just like that, we are looking for Lord Banana. All hail. Either a frozen banana, a soggy banana, maybe a banana that Andrew has been saving to feed to her chickens.
Or even a dried up banana in the first two checks.
Child Spirit. Running out of checks though. 2.5 hours in, these runners must be getting a little nervous. Did I make the right play? Is my opponent in go mode? Both runners very capable of completing a seed in 2.5 hours.
Namaha finally getting that Rudos letter. I think he'll be following up on this chain of events that we've seen from What the Hell.
Yep, he now has his information that Nocturne of Shadow is in the ice cavern here. Sorry, son, in Burning Kakariko.
Honestly, it's kind of a pain to get through the ice cavern with only one bottle. But that's all the game's giving them, so you gotta work with what you got.
Unfortunately, the devs have ignored my pleas, nay begging for blue fire arrows. Just as a check, not as default. I would love to come in here and just bang, bang, bang this out. I haven't sang them a song, a Christmas-themed song on Christmas, all about blue fire arrows. Nope.
Oh, what the hell, taking a little spill there. He'll get right back up.
I've seen some runners who use the hook shot to hook these ice demon guys up here, get up a little quicker. But because the platforms are so narrow, it's a little risky. Here's our first chest in the ice cavern. More love. Tension mounting. What the hell is gonna get his go mode here in the ice cavern?
But we know he'll be following up on Shadow after this, so there's a lot of new checks coming.
Yep. wasn't even.
Wasn't worth his time. So.
I was paying attention over there to Namaha. Second bottle, that's a little too late. Not even gonna empty it out and use it. Halfway through.
It could maybe be useful for King Zora. So. Breaking some hovers here.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do the swag backflip gainer. Yep, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
2 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, this room with glitchless jumps, even ground jumps by a runner like What the Hell with just super crisp movement is really nice to see. Opting to take care of that ice key right there. So once again, one more gainer. Very nice.
Yep, completely makes the block that you have to push around the room useless. It's so slow and painful. Don't do it. If you can learn some of these tricks, even just the ground jump that you're seeing here, you can get a lot of these
Yep. Good strat to know. Completely within the rule set. So why not? Robo 1 out the way.
This is my favorite, hardest boss of the game right here. This White Wolf. Kind of a joke.
I'm not sure. Do you think that White Wolfos is easier than King Dodongo?
It's a lot faster.
It is a lot faster, that's for sure. Now, Shadow Temple open for What the Hell. One check to get up here. No, this is second phase here.
It's actually perfect for What the Hell. We can fill this bottle and then just void out, and you'll end up right back at the start of the dungeon.
Yep, a bit quicker than going out the vanilla way with that underwater passage. Using the hook shot to get Tournament Rover over to our platform a bit quicker. Nice one cycle. Twin Rova down for Namaha. Tying it back up. At least in terms of medallions. But falling behind What the Hell still has to trek all the way through the ice cavern.
Yeah, considering the sequence of events.
And he wasted a lot of time digging that bottom of the well.
Bombs on our Weep Man, so we are going to Shadow.
Yep.
Just following the breadcrumbs, pretty much, at this point.
Yeah, see, kind of giving them a bunch of options the first hour in, and now it's slow going. Now, the runners aren't going slow. It's the progression that's going slow.
Yeah. But if you are just joining us, we're here at SpeedGaming Live with the grand finals of the Ocarina of Time Randomizer tournament. So we are kind of entering the final hour of this scene. You guys will be finishing shortly, and we'll be crowning a winner. So.
In the final few hours of the entire event, I know I've had a blast. It's been tons of fun meeting bunches of cool people, watching awesome racers race some awesome games. Make sure you go out and follow your favorite racer. So without them racing these races, we wouldn't have these races to watch being raced.
Oh, yeah. There's some incredible ones out there, like these guys.
Yep.
What the hell happened in Namaha? Wasting no time, Namaha heading to deliver that letter.
in this dead hand fight, his first. Much quicker work with Big Goron sword as opposed to a couple of sticks.
Yep, and when Dead Hand turns away from you, you can get that jump slash in and finish him off if you time it just right. So
You can get it with the Master Sword, but always easier with that extended range of the Big Goron. Let's see what Namaha opts to do with Jabu Jabu. Curious to see what's going through his head.
that potentially can save some a little bit of time here. You can just turn it to letter and go straight for his head.
Yep. Because at that point, once they find their boomerang, Jabu will be the go mode dungeon. And that's always nice, you know. Jabu's kind of slow, only 4 checks, so it being go mode is pretty nice.
I expect the far worst to go down though, so I think it's probably very nice. Another stick. I guess preparing for the dream scenario. Find the boomerang, so maybe you will be going in. 4, 6 is kind of like the magic number for jumping in here. So if you do have the boomerang.
All the focus on what the hell, showing us the new stuff. Boss key right there. 4 more small keys. We assume Namaha's gonna grab his Din's Fire once he comes back up to clear out the ice cavern. In the meantime, it looks like he is gonna follow what the hell's lead and take out the first chest here in Jabu Jabu.
Well, it certainly feels bad if that is where your progression is, so I don't blame him. Here already. Kind of gotta take Rudo up there anyways.
Just my thought is it's slower and less efficient than that silver block in GTG. Does, you know, he needed to come up here to deliver that letter for progress.
Right.
And, you know, it's these type of seeds and these type of situations where I'm just glad that these runners are the ones racing.
Yeah. More chests here.
Second one, invisible. What the hell, continuing his skull progression. That's 17. It's a bit late to not have 20 skulls, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, it's right there. It maybe costs you a couple seconds. Like,
Well,
probably just go ahead and pick it up, right?
yeah, I mean, my point is that at this point they should have already had 20.
Oh,
Should
yeah.
have already
Oh,
gotten
yeah.
the check.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've seen runners like this where if they know 50 is something, they'll have, you know, 30 or 40 by this point.
Right. I think considering what the hell is routing into GTG with those silver gauntlets and kind of just following the breadcrumbs, like, he hasn't needed to focus on really collecting skulls. He can kind of just casually grab them along the way and not really worry too much.
Yeah, he hasn't really run out of checks, unlike Namaha, who, you know, we saw at one point grab Dompe digging, jump into the bottom of the well. Those silver gauntlets, it seems like the theme of this seed is that strength upgrade.
Yep.
One in the Deku, one in Goron City, and the early adult one play seems to be like the play to make.
Backflip there.
Yeah, and don't usually see it from that angle. Usually see it at an orthogonal. It's going to be the butter knife for Namaha. Just has to take these mana rays down. The opposite to bomb them. Giving Udo a little ride on the washing machine there. And he's not setting for his wind.
You saw a little reaction there from Namaha. He's smiling at the Kokiri sword.
I used to put Dead Hand in Logic, but no longer. I think that's one of the enabled tricks. Definitely makes Dead Hand easier. This is an interesting play. Child Spirit.
Maybe he's feeling behind, so you got sometimes you gotta take some risks.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is
Definitely a good one.
he's being efficient. He's gonna finish up the almost final child check. Win What the Hell, making good use of it here in the Shadow Temple. Not gonna have to set it down anymore as an adult, other than to make efficient routing of his dungeon. Namaha getting attacked by the Stalfos. Quick nut will take care of him.
Head out to what at least my Ocarina of Time multi-world team calls the Hoppy Hallway. He used the iron boots to hop right on through. It's pretty fun.
One place you don't mind having iron boots. Stick capacity in Child Spirit, so not a baked banana.
Pot getting what the hell there.
Namaha finished up Child. One final check left is Child that he can do, and that's chickens.
No one wants any of that. I know. Might be the last thing they check.
Yep. And if that's the case, they'll be thinking bad thoughts when they're doing it. Well, what the hell, gonna go on a little boat ride. Go through the Tunnel of Love with the Peristalfos.
And Namaha is playing Bolero, so I can assume that he's probably following suit there.
Yep. Quickest way into Ice Cavern. Shortcut from Goron City to Lost Woods spits you right out in front. But falling further and further behind, what the hell now? Whole Ice Cavern and most of the Shadow Temple behind. It's gonna have to go back into DTG eventually. But it might be longer rather than sooner. He's gonna get Din's Fire. He might make the French Vanilla play.
Yep. Probably take those first two and he's scratching his head. Try to decide where to go next, because, I mean, might even see a Water Temple play.
Now we've seen the French Vanilla Hover Boots play out in previous seed, as well as you know, it's not a bad play to make. You're gonna have to trek back from that Dead Hand fight anyway,
Right.
so you don't really lose a whole lot of time by making those checks.
Yeah, you can just warp out. It's not really a big deal.
Yep.
Alright, the invisible maze here. What are we gonna find?
Lord Banana. That bottle of magic trying to tease us a bit. Final small key. One more chest in Shadow Temple. Namaha gonna pick up Din's Fire and Nocturne out here. Fallen behind.
And of course, we have Bongo himself.
That's true, right? Bongo always has something for us. Whether it's a good something, a bad something, a banana something.
I assume that a banana something is a good something. In this case.
We need our potassium. And that Din's Fire for Namaha.
Again, I'm wondering if Namaha is really thinking about the logic of, you know, I still haven't found long shot, I still haven't found those hover boots. I
Shouldn't have been able to use that the lens of truth.
probably going through his mind right now and trying to figure that out because he's got to find those hovers. It's probably not many checks available for where those are.
Yeah, really, there it is. The hell, going for quick spins. Gets the one cycle, very nice.
Nice job.
No ice arrows yet, so that would be the memeiest way to kill Bongo. Memeiest is the word, right? It is now.
One of the other interesting things that we get here is the running tax song.
Right, sorry is song. Maybe Skull Kid has our banana.
Yeah.
He's holding a couple other racers hostage.
Right, we know that Darunia is garbage. We already got the hint about that, so it would just be Skull Kid.
Darunia with the perpetual frown forever, this seed in this parallel dimension. Not gonna be dancing up and down.
What the hell's gonna go ahead and pick that up right now?
And right away,
Very
no
convenient.
hesitation. And another change is that you can get the Burning Cat cutscene coming from the graveyard now. Previous versions of the randomizer, you had to go all the way to the entrance Kakariko. Loaded up from the graveyard, and I assume he's going to use that right away.
Yeah, pretty easy to actually access that Skull Kid.
And not
location pretty quickly. So.
Not much left for him as adults. You know, he does still have that big pro that you mentioned.
But we might be seeing that bottom of the well, so that time will be gained back by Namaha here.
Yep.
Decide to dip it.
He's not thinking about pose, that's for sure.
He's going to
Lake. What's he doing from the lake? Nope.
okay.
Backwalking. Oh, you know, I don't think he's done the chess minigame yet. So that's
Okay.
definitely something that's going to be on his mind.
And that might save and quit him over to Lost Woods, or, you know, try to get that Skull Kid back in quickly. So that could be a reasonable route.
Yeah, I don't know what he could have been thinking playing Serenade there. Doesn't have Boomerang yet.
Yeah, so is he going to the storms?
Oh, wow, that would be a big brain play. I know he keeps track of the hints. He's already got that. Oh, he thought he forgot that check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the big Orons.
Yeah, now he's routing in Dampe.
Okay.
So now he's headed over to Kakariko. He just forgot that he routed this in as efficiently as he did because he did it on his way up to Impa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't often get that. More often you don't ever see is you get the Hyrule Castle Ferry and that Song of Storms grotto. That's a 1 in a million seed and a 1 in a million route.
Yeah, it's looking like bottom of the well here.
If you play Sun Song, nope.
Could be Child Chickens, yeah.
Or 20 Skulls. Haven't seen that yet. That would be quick.
He has been grabbing those, so I mean, he's been planning this all out.
Equipping those stabbing devices. This is 18. Oh, that's 20.
Yeah.
Alright.
Here all along.
Cackway the hero. Nope. He's gonna play Sun Song here. Chicken turns right there. What the hell?
I very much imagine it was that hook shot, since we have not seen another hook shot come along.
Yeah. There's no guarantee that hook shot's accessible. Could be locked behind Morpha.
True.
That would be. It's kind of nice.
Namaha still has to run all the way through Shadow to catch up with what the hell, so I think bottom of the well being kind of the quicker check here for sure. Still have to see kind of how this pans out.
Definitely not ideal to be digging the bottom of the well unless it's, you know, away the hero location. But definitely quicker than both Forest and Shadow Temple.
Yep.
Forest and Shadow about the same if super quick and routed super efficiently.
Setting up some ground jumps. Making use of that second bottle that he just grabbed.
Yeah, so he's gonna save a little bit of time over what the hell with these bottles. That's a reminder. GTG, way of the hero. Get your butt back there. Namaha playing Serenade. Oh, nope, not shooting the sun. Oh, is he making the play?
Oh my.
Nope, nope.
Oh, I think he's going back to GTG.
GTG, yep.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he can't really do too much of Shadow, so it's kind of a weak play.
Yeah. Could also wrangle up a big Poe on the way.
Oh, that would be really interesting. Yep.
Yeah. If he had maybe shot the sun and saw that big Poe bottle, it might have gotten his juices flowing. And think, oh yeah, I can do big Poes now.
Yeah, unfortunately, you only gotta do one.
Yeah, big
You
Poe.
don't have to do all 10.
Pick out the S. You can do 10 if you want to roll your own seeds, but racers after a couple dozen of these 10 pose is no fun. It's nice that the devs haven't randomized the po locations.
Oh my. That would be rough. You'd just be running around trying to find them.
I mean, they're guaranteed to spawn when you're riding a pony. You just have to be riding in the right direction.
Maybe they don't even have to be in Hyrule Field.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Out by the carpenter's tent or something.
Yeah, maybe giving the devs some crazy ideas. But I don't know. I don't know enough about coding and all that jazz. Perhaps the pose are tied to the Hyrule Field.
Yeah, yeah.
But with all the changes that the devs have put into the randomizer, I imagine it's possible. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Definitely, but here's that GGG play, so on the right track again.
I'm catching up a bit, because what the hell is gonna come out of the bottom of the well with nothing except the Zora's tunic.
Yeah, honestly, this might just be narrowed down at this point for Namaha, like with how the logic's worked out.
Yep.
I don't actually know what else he could possibly do that would get him to the Wasteland and beyond.
Yep, that might be something to clip if you're interested in hookshotless strats for GTG. Get through that room collecting the final rupee using the floor master, but trekking through those firewalls is no easy task.
What the hell, taking cover there with his Hylian shield?
Not much left for that Deku shield to get used by. Just playing it safe. There's those Huckle Boots for Namaha. Didn't see any kind of reaction, no animation.
Might be that he just already knew they were there,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I figured. So he is a whole temple behind at this point. What the hell is out of here quicker? But confused as to where to go. Going back to the graveyard. Might finally decided to do his chickens.
Okay. Why not? Yeah, I mean, you're here, you're a child, right? You don't want to have to do any unnecessary transition, so let's go.
Running out of stuff to be at. Water Temple are here. Or Big Pose. You know what the worst item to pull from Anju would be? A long shot.
A long shot, yeah. Well, at least then you could go get your big Poe.
Yeah, you could get your big Poe.
Yeah.
It would be so much quicker just to hunt one down.
Yeah, I think so.
Do some ghost busting. But there is something strange in this seed. Who are you gonna call? Andrew.
Eventually.
Doing a little pre-Kentucky Fried Chicken on these kakus.
And
A little tenderizing.
around.
Oh, Namaha getting trolled by one of these extra hands. Not too much time, but just a fraction of a second, and those are adding up.
Every second counts here, because as we're narrowing these locations.
Final Kaku. Oh, no, one more. There's a nifty strat you can kind of, similar to jumping past the bean salesman, you can kind of do a nifty little jump slash.
To get around. Yeah.
Yep. 2 more. Everybody in chat, do a drum roll, please. Nope, double defense.
Double defense.
And going to the... Okay, now he is gonna do Skull Kid? Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's a fine option. Your child, right? You know, you gotta take care of all this stuff.
As you said, running out of checks, wants to be as efficient as possible.
And if we do run into that long shot, it's gonna be a slog, because now we could have the toilet with our boomerang.
Pretty clear breadcrumb if it's the long shot.
Yeah.
Boss key for Namaha. Still a good chunk of the Shadow Temple.
Oh yeah, we're right at the beginning.
Alright. Second drum roll, please. And if you can do it in tune to the music, props. Nope. Third seed bag. Alright. I think it's a soggy banana, or we gotta do some ghost busting.
Yep.
I am completely stuck of where else it could be. Either the boomerang or progression.
This might be a treasure chest game or what the hell. I think that's what he's working on right now. Because he hasn't seen that yet, but we know that that's not it.
Yep. If it was a nut in there, maybe a recovery heart.
Namaha's gaining some of that time back, which is exactly what he needs.
Yep.
Then he's got to make a play.
Yeah. Other than chickens and Skull Kid, he's done all these checks that What the Hell's been doing since Namaha's been here in Shadow Temple. The seed, man. Nothing. I wonder if it might be faster to do that as opposed to walking all the way out through the chess minigame.
Yeah, I think so, because you can't use your Ocarina to get out of there or anything, so... So we have Prelude, it's pretty quick.
Nothing left is child. Although, I guess What the Hell hasn't done Child's Spirit. Namaha.
No, I thought he went back.
Maybe. There's so many scenes been going on this weekend, it's hard to keep track.
It's all blended together.
Slowly but surely. Blend into the couple hundred. Ooh, now I'm not getting trolled by these traps. Wait a second.
Taking it a little easy. That's good.
Jedi must be patient, young Padawan.
This might be that big Poe play, I think, because he's sticking around
Yep.
in this area, so...
No one wants to jump into the water temple.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the thing you've been putting off. There's nothing else left.
And maybe you kind of expect your opponent not to go there, too. It would be a bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
So...
Stone water.
It's really convenient to catch a big Poe just like right out here on the sign. I think that's what he's doing. Okay, yeah.
quicker if you can get it to spawn here and hit it. Oh. Joystick playing a little bit of games with him, but manages to get the shot off.
I was like right on the edge.
Yeah, make sure if you're doing any ghost busting that you have an empty bottle. Run up to that spirit and all your bottles are full. It'll just disappear.
Okay, here we go. What we got?
Nope. We got a soggy banana or a French vanilla long shot. I think that's our final 2 items. I think, yep, the tracker has checked everything else.
Yep, and I think what the hell knows that, so he's going straight to Water Temple. Fun, fun.
Yep, so is the banana in here, or do we just need to do this for the song time?
That would be quite the ordeal, but fun way to end this tournament, I would say.
The ordealiest deal would be, you need Song of Time, they go into GTG, do the toilet, get nothing, and have to come back to the river
To
chest.
the river?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be actually pretty funny if we find like long shot, big key just very early on in this dungeon. Then you have to make some decisions.
Yeah. Lord Banana out there somewhere. Wow, 5 minutes ago, we was 3 hours into this seed, so 5-minute belated 3-hour mark.
Small key there.
Couple different strats to get this next chest that we'll see what the hell I'll grab. I assume he's gonna use hover boots.
Hovers and a
Side hop.
jump, side hop, yeah.
Don't need hover boots. You don't even need to use the bomb shoes and the iron boot strat. So a couple different ways you can get this, but that's the easiest one.
So he did go through already and change the water level, so
That's
he's
something.
gonna be checking a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah, that's something you don't see though. Using Din's Fire there. I know that's how I always opened this door, like on my casual vanilla playthrough, like back in the day. But most of the time you see these runners throwing out the bow. So swag for the not the semifinals, the grand finals. Namaha taking his Tunnel of Love boat ride. There it is.
There it is.
All hail Lord Banana. Soggy Banana tonight.
All right, and that's go mode for what the hell happened. Just gotta finish up Jabu. We've placed a Faror in there, so we could probably just jump into the Deku tree and get back there pretty quickly. So
Good
it's not gonna be
recollection.
long, but what the hell in the driver's seat right now? Looking to take this tournament down.
And he is very familiar with Lady Gaga. He is showing us that poker face. I guess showing Namaha that poker face. Not giving any indication that he's feeling the adrenaline.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he knew something had to show up there pretty soon. Playing Requiem? Oh, I guess you can go into Spirit.
Yep, this is the quickest
This is
way
definitely the
to
quickest.
set his Pharaoh's Wind. There's no other temple really he could get into. I guess he could go into
You
Shadow.
can save and quit and go in the Deku Tree, you can go to Shadow. Yeah, there's a few options, but
Definitely
it's
the
fine.
quickest.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep, this is just about over. Just have to go collect his bride-to-be. Man, this final race is not disappointed. Racer's putting on a great showing for everybody
It
here.
was just so fascinating how they had such divergent routes early on, and they found like reasonably equal amounts of value, I would say. Namaha had like the song aspect, and then what the hell, getting like all those awesome items in Kakariko and heading into Goron City, but that it was really that glove.
Yeah, even a couple of resyncs, high-fiving going on. But yeah, that unfortunately jumping into GTG without silvers, that's cost Namaha. Well, you know, he's gonna walk away with the second place trophy. Not a bad prize, as long as a portion of the $3,000 prize pool. Right, it was 3,000.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Plus whatever bonus pool is added in too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Money, money, money. Let's see which strat Namaha opts for: quick spins or crouch stabbing. He's going for the crouch stabs. Gets the one cycle.
Beautiful.
Yep. Not losing any time on the bongo fight.
Quick and easy. Now I'll be curious to see where he's heading from here.
Yep.
How soon will he get his go mode? Because I don't think he's done the pose either.
Nope.
And there is obviously the Skull Kid check that he's going to unlock here. There's Child Chicken.
Yep, yeah, I assume he's gonna grab that song and head Child. Be a big brain to go to Water Temple.
Well, in
Vanilla
terms
heart
of
container.
concentrated item locations, that is maybe the highest density on the table for him right now.
Yeah, highest density but low efficiency.
I
you know,
agree.
Takes a while to get those checks, and most of them are gonna be keys.
Might even have some locked behind long shot or the Song of Time. So yeah, it's a tough call to make.
Yeah, it's even tougher with beatable only, right? Because
Yeah.
runners of these caliber, they just need 2 keys to full clear it. But depending on where those keys are, you know, the game might say, all right, you should be locked out of Water Temple because it assumes you're gonna spend the keys as poorly as you possibly can.
Good choice to remember to come back to this tomb, but unfortunately
right.
not the right place to be.
Yep.
What the hell? Just about towards the end of Jabu here.
Yeah, if you've never seen a racer of this caliber fight fight Baronade inside Lord Jabu Jabu, not gonna want to miss it. It's really can be done super quick, much quicker than your first playthrough.
I've seen some pause buffering here to try to get through this door.
He
Swaggy strat. Yeah.
He didn't lower the platform, so he would not be able to go pick up the crate. But using a bomb chew to get this switch up there.
Oh wow, I don't think I've seen that, but I've seen the slingshot strap there.
Yep, where you kind of look up and do a wide parabola throw. What the hell? At 3 hours 12 minutes in is gonna take down his second to last boss, and then gonna be headed into Gan's Castle. Namaha has replaced his Master Sword inside the pedestal, save warping to the forest, and check out Skull Kid. What the hell? Missing one of the boomerangs. So he's gonna have to take a little bit longer in this fight than he wants to.
Yeah, those jellies just kind of get in the way there.
And gets it finally. Couple quick nuts. Quick bonk to speed the fight up.
Yep, there's Nate will just pop his head back, right back up. Or whatever that is.
Yep. Your guess is as good as mine. Seed bag. Well, that's not helpful. And now I'm guessing Namaha's gonna do chickens. Alright. Purple cookie for what the hell?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna get a light arrow item here.
It's inevitable.
Yep. Can't really avoid that.
Here we go. 3 hours, 14 minutes in. Happy pie. But, Namaha must be feeling bad if you're doing chickens 3 hours in.
Well, maybe if you're doing 3 hours in and it actually has the required item. But, yeah, in general, you know, when you're starting the last location stuff, it always kind of feels slow and bad, and you're feeling behind. But your opponent hasn't finished, so you got to just keep going. You got to keep trucking along.
Yeah, what the hell, not giving anything away. I think what the hell will be taking out our pig at about the time Namaha realizes where he needs to go. As we are heading into the final hours of the event, the final minutes of the race, I'd just like to extend my appreciation and thanks to everyone here at SpeedGaming, all the volunteers, the racers. Truly a weekend to remember. Taking home a lot of good memories, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, I met a lot of cool people here, and you know, some friends that I knew already, but some cool new ones too. So it's just a really fun event, and we're gonna be putting on SpeedGaming Live 2020 as well, and hopefully we can continue the hype and the fun.
Yeah, I'll be back here if fate allows. I have to check with that Boulder of Destiny. I need the randomizer to put a Maturino ticket in there.
Double defense.
Yep, that's not something you want to see at 3+ hours.
Oh yeah.
Not bad in Mido's house.
Yeah. And I think Namaha's going to clean up these Skulltulas and turn in that 20. But what the hell is already in the Iron Knuckle room in Ganon's castle, climbing that tower to victory.
Bit slow. I don't know if I've ever seen spin strats against those Iron Knuckles.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But anyone just joining us, not interested in watching the VOD back later, the story of this seed is all about that strength upgrade, going into GTG with silvers. You know, sometimes it's a gamble, but this time the gamble did not pay off for Namaha.
It'd be noted, I know we saw some fast cutscene there, but Ganon will tell you where the light arrows are if you are missing them. So, did tell you that they were over at Zora's River. So, just in case you're playing and you're like, where are the light arrows? I'm trying to find them.
I got
Always
my
go check.
medallions.
That kind.
The dev's given Ganondorf a bit of a James Bond villain personality. Very, very quick one cycle there by what the hell. The
Real
dwarf
clean.
is down. We just gotta fight the pig. And we'll be crowning a champion here.
Oh yeah.
It's Namaha pulling out his Master Sword. Has he put the pieces together?
Well, he's in the right right state. He is adult.
Yep, and he's not interested in ghost busting. He's gonna get his feet wet. A little too late though. But 3 hours and 19 minutes. Here's Ganon.
If you're not really familiar with this fight, like we've already stored a jump slash to make our hammer more effective on Ganon here, so it certainly helps take him out quicker.
Storing it with that Master Sword as opposed to Big Goron, because for some reason, Master Sword doing more damage than that Biggie. And just like that, phase 1 out of the way.
Easy.
And Namaha checking out the compass chest first. I was thinking that what the hell might be finishing at the time Namaha picks up the boomerang, but he's gonna get the bad news a little too soon before he can claim his reward out of the water temple here. The jet trolling him a bit, but gets it second try.
Kind of what he was looking for.
But there we go. What the hell has taken the beast down? One final stab. No, bacon sounds really good to me right now. Imbued with magical powers. There we go.
There you have it. We
runners
crowned a
ahead.
champion. What the hell happened? Congratulations. Our Ocarina of Time randomizer tournament winner.
Yep. GG. Get your GGs in chat. Give these runners a follow. You know, thanks to SpeedGaming once again. We have Sir Link-a-Lot behind the scenes tracking for us. You know, thanks again, Alucard. Nice meeting you this
Oh yeah,
weekend.
definitely. It was a blast. Yeah.
And
Had a
yeah, it
really
was
great time.
awesome calling this race for you. We will be taking a short break, and then we're going to be joined by these racers and providing them with these trophies that they have earned. These seeds are no easy task. Looks like Namaha is gonna perhaps claim his boomerang first. wants the piece of that puzzle. Audience taunting our racers. What the hell has been known to skip a Dampe race or two in previous seeds. But,
Sometimes you gotta just mix it up, play the meta. Yeah.
I gotta put games into your opponent's head.
But in general, just like really high level play from both of these guys. It's just a really cool treat to watch. There it is.
All hell.
So I guess we'll slide.
Hello.
Welcome back to Speed Gaming. We are joined by our racers, GG's. Congratulations, what the hell? Good game, Namaha.
Good game, yes.
But tell us your thoughts about that supposedly beatable only scene.
I don't know. All I know is the curse is broken, so that's...
I was literally about to
That's the-
congratulate you on just for breaking that
Yeah.
curse.
The curse is
Good
broken,
job, man. Good
so
job.
the future holds, like, anything can happen now, so
Yeah.
watch out, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Boulder Destiny can now hold anything.
Yeah, I didn't forget today, you see.
But yeah, the story of this seed is routing in that strength upgrade in the right order. You went adult early, had silvers by the time you went into GTG, and that was the deciding factor.
Oh, wait, Namaha went GTG without strength?
I went there
Without
really early,
strength,
yeah.
And he
Without strength, too.
missed out on hovers. He crossed the Wasteland at a logic,
Oh, wow, okay.
but really kind of trolled by that lens, right?
Yeah, it was the lens that got me, yeah. I forgot that was there, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was Way of the Hero, too.
It was, yeah. I didn't even get the GTG Way of the Hero until way late when I went up to do Ice Cavern. But I knew at that point either hovers or long shot had to be in there behind the silver block room, just because of the way of the heroes were laid out. There was a Way of the Hero strength in Goron City for strength 2, and then we got strength 3 in the Colossus Ferry,
Oh,
which
yeah.
so you had to cross the Wasteland.
Did either of you guys find the fifth Way of the Hero hint? Because I think we were
I had all
missing one.
5.
Yeah, I had all
yeah.
5,
Okay.
too.
All right, then
I
we just missed one.
There was a CAC one.
GTG was my 5th. And
Zora's
then there was
River.
CAC, Zora River, Goron City.
Oh, that was
Meadow.
it. Goron
Maybe
City.
Goron City's
We
one.
missed.
Yeah, Goron City was strength.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense. But
This was really fascinating from the get-go because you guys were completely divergent
Oh, really?
in your routes. You stayed child for quite some time,
Yeah,
Namaha, and What the Hell went adult and got all those amazing CAC items and went to Forest Temple early. Like it
Barren
was
Forest, like right before going in. Like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
It was Forest Medallion anyway, so
Right.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
right.
Is
So
it
kind of
really
what
barren?
like inspires you to go one way or the other? Oh, maybe we'll start
You
with
mean
you.
like
What the-
adult instead of child?
Mhm.
Honestly, like just talking to the other players in the last couple of days and people having trouble with getting screwed by Dampé having an item. Like I kind of just want to do it
Shout outs
first.
to Barrel.
So I never have the thought of like, oh, today I'll skip Dampé. So I thought I'm gonna play it safe this weekend. Let's just do it right away.
So it's all about
Paid
sticking
off.
it to them. Got it.
So you're skipping Dampé up until the tournament just to get inside the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
players' heads. I got you.
That was the
Exactly,
whole plan.
yeah.
Months and
Metagame,
months.
How about you? What kind of forced, or I wouldn't say pushed you towards child?
It's kind of just how I play normally. I feel like about the 3-song route with Deku is pretty strong opener. It
Right.
sets you up for a pretty good adult one generally. And in this case, it did. Like,
Yep.
I got the hammer in adult or in child one. I got a bomb bag, a bunch of chews, and some other good items. So I felt pretty good, honestly, about my early game.
Yep. And as we saw, you were almost neck and neck, just grabbing that item as what the hell was finishing. So
Yeah,
didn't take out too much. Now, both,
Yeah, and I had FW and Jabu, so I was pretty close to finishing at that point, I think.
yeah.
I don't know how much is it, like 10, 12 minutes?
It
something
probably
like
would have
that?
been about 10 minutes, yeah. Maybe another like 4 or 5 in Jabu and then climbing Gammon's Tower, yeah.
It would have been much closer if perhaps you hadn't dipped into the well.
Yeah, I
But
do wish I
that
had
was-
dodged that, unfortunate.
Yeah, but that was an efficient way place to check. Tons of
Exactly.
It was
yeah.
hard
Quick.
to dodge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was late. I was like, oh, this feels bad to do now. But like, what else is there? I kinda
water
just
temple.
have to do.
Yeah, who's going to go to stone
just
water
so much
before bottom of the
density,
well? Like,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
But definitely good race. Thanks for making it out here. I know
Absolutely.
not a big trek for you, Namaha, but what the hell, coming all the way from Canada.
Yeah.
And,
Well, thanks to Fiesel and SpeedGaming and everyone. Like,
Absolutely,
and with
yeah.
the whole
Thank you guys for
qualifier
putting this-
system. So yeah.
yeah,
It's been a fun event.
tons of awesome stuff going on. And speaking of Fiesel, I think that will be my cue to step out of here and be joined by the admin here of Speed Gaming. So without
The
further
man
ado,
himself.
Fiesel.
Yeah, give it up.
Hey everybody. Well, that's it. This is the last of the tournaments to conclude this week. Oh, except for the last of the main tournaments to conclude this week, I should point out. And wow, last but not least, we have 2 more awards of first and second place for our winners here. I'll hand them out without further ado. Congratulations on your first place win. What the hell happened?
Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
GG's, dude.
And our second place goes to Namaha.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Great work. Look at that.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for participating in this. And thank you, everyone who supported us and who stayed up to watch the conclusion of this. Everyone right now is partying and relaxing, and some people are breaking down equipment in other rooms. But right here, we're doing the important thing, and that's playing video games and giving out trophies and prize money. And prize money, not in a substantial amount. So once again, I want to thank everyone who watched and everyone who helped out with these tournaments, the tournament admins and the proctors and the commentators, the tournament helpers and trackers. So this is not the end of the stream. We have coming up after this a crowd control race between Cross Product and Alucard, and that will be the conclusion. So this is the finale of our event here this week, and I hope everyone enjoyed it and wants to come back next year or tune in next year when we do this again. Thank you, everyone. And once more, a round of applause for our winners. Yeah.